Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is the doubles knockout here at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, as part of the Candlepin Pro Series. My name is Greg Gouillart, and I'm alongside Kevin Burns, bringing you this knockout match, this time featuring Devin Brooks and Chris Ryder versus Nate Lees and Jack Berrigan. Kevin, we've had 2 shifts of 5-string qualifiers, and now it's going to be fast and furious in these 1-string knockout matches.
Yes, it will be.
So taking a look here, it looks like Chris Ryder is going to be first up. And Nate Lees on 32. 1 string, that is it. 1 string per bowler, mind you. But that is all you get to make an impression. Nate Lees, I expect these knockout matches will go ball for ball. They don't have to, but I expect they will. Nate Lees starts out with, what is that, Kevin?
A cleary.
Good start.
And Ryder punches out a triangle.
Chris Ryder, last time he was here at Leda Lanes, he took down the World Singles Championship, defeating Calvin Locke, twice a bridesmaid, in the final. Fenway Academy, twice a bridesmaid in the team competition. Neither bowler on a mark to begin. If you're new to Candlepin Bowling, a very special welcome to you. It plays the same as big ball, except you get 3 balls per frame rather than 2, and any pins dropped on the plate stay on the plate and can be used as live wood. Both start with 10.
10 apiece. This is head-to-head. This is not individual. This is team.
So one thing you won't see here is you won't see the total, but trusting you can either do the math or go by our auditory. We'll figure it out one way or another, but you see 10 pins apiece to start out. Lee's now on the 2 pin. He's got the 1, 3, 6, and 9.
Piece of wood.
Ryder wearing that Prosperity U shirt from Men's Internationals. Lee's wearing the Price's Wood Floors shirt, which has taken down one of the U.S. Invitationals when COVID-19 prohibited international play. The protocols, at the very least, he just takes out the 1-9.
A little too full on that happen. And there's a spear for Ryder. What a shot.
Yep, 4-7. Easy as a like with the wood, mind you, but still had to get it on that, and he did. So early advantage now to the Canadian duo. Chris Ryder decided now was the best time in his life to be a part of this, mostly of this entirely American Pro Series. And just the way he is, I don't think he's going to be able to do this every year, but he signed up for the Pro Series, is earning his Pro Series points, and is taking whoever he can with him at every single stop. Lees gets a 3-1 split. Ryder on his spare fill at 7, 27 through 2.
An early 6-pin lead for Ryder.
8 pins, no less. He won't get the 3, 6, 10. Big favor out there if you don't mind hitting the like button if you're logged into YouTube so that more people can see this video. It's knockout time, crunch time, and it's great to see you all.
We already have lunch.
Chris Ryder gets 9 more. Lees crushes this head pin. Only the 4 stands, and there's a plank. Lees has been battling an injury bug recently, but trying to get back into form. Former winner of the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, the traveling New England League. He gets a spare.
Paul Grant is covering the knockout for the ladies on the other side.
Top 6 women made it there. And then Paul will probably make it over to our broadcast once that concludes, which will be earlier, of course. That's just based on turnout there. Sure, you've got some that are the best and the best of the best.
But let's not forget, because we are expecting a snowstorm soon, so a lot of people did drop out.
Yeah, some did. A storm is a-coming. Lees, first time on a fill. Not a good one, unfortunately, but it will be 3. So still pulling in within 4 pins. Ryder, just the 5 pin. No wood this time to help out.
I was watching Ryder during the knockouts in the finals against Calvin Locke. He gave Calvin a run for his money. Calvin.
Whoa! And so did Calvin as well. I remember that clutch 10 that forced him to get that pin on the end. Ryder collects the 5-pin for a spare. So a good start in Nashua here for them.
There'll be a 9 for Nate.
Out of the channel? Sounds
out of the channel.
Yep. A ball in the gutter stays in the gutter, at least in a manner of speaking. And now Devin Brooks and Jack Berrigan.
The nephew of Cookie Richards.
And part of the Academy Lanes Worlds team you see there, international champion. At the same tournament, the singles takes place the day before, the week of the teams competition. And that took place here at Leda Lanes this time, and likely Fair Lanes, Moncton, New Brunswick this year. Berrigan, last time we featured him in a doubles knockout, he was partnered with Matt Susi. Here he is with Lees. He's on the 2-pin, sweeps the head pin anyway, 6-7, 8-10. Brooks got the 3-5.
Brooks has an interesting approach. You notice how he's leaning more to the right?
Way leaned over. Jack can't get anything from right to left. He didn't get all the way out there to the 3-pin. Devin Brooks, I would have guessed correctly, was part of Kingswood Bulletproof in the Worlds. They've made a couple of playoff runs recently. Kingswood has been a prior champion as well, albeit not with the Kingswood Software Company sponsorship all the time. A 9 and a 10. If fate would have it, maybe Kingswood could host the Worlds again one day like they have before. As it is, Fairlanes Moncton seems to be the only Canadian center capable of it and that's Fairlanes and Moncton. Fairlanes Halifax was a former host as well before it shuttered. Headpin
look at this.
Smashed by Berrigan. Watch the wood roll. It goes in front of the 7. And Devin Brooks shows him how to get them all. A spare would still match it nicely, but Devin Brooks makes a statement down here.
Was that a Canadian strike?
I don't know. What joke do you want me to take on this? The exchange rate? Come on. Berrigan gets a spare. Well, I think the Canadian Looney is going to be a stronger one in this case. The strike gets a few extra pins on the fill on average, 8 versus 6.5 or so. The shoe's on the other foot now.
4 pins down, both working on marks, but it's leaning more towards Ryder's favor.
Again, the 1-3-10 if that 3-pin doesn't get knocked forward. He gets a 7-bill. Brooks gets a double strike.
Here, here's the replay of that momentarily.
Oh, yeah. We'll get there.
Gonna be funny analyzing that strike, I can tell you that.
There we go. You see it there. So we saw another double earlier.
We saw one during qualifying.
Berrigan does not get it. We'll take a peek at this double strike real quick. Devin Brooks, that's the replay of it, folks. Don't get too hyped just yet. But watch that 5-pin sweep out. And Chris Ryder's delight on the lanes as well.
He just played that on the right side and in the right pocket, and there it goes. And an 8-bars for Jack. All right, this is going to get out of hand for Nate and Barrington very, very quickly.
In terms of pins knocked down, they are down 11. But with Ryder on a spare as well, off screen on the scoreboard. Jack's deliberate then sudden approach to 32. Almost the 4 horsemen, then the 1-2-4. On a double strike is Brooks. He's knocked out 7 more. You see the effect on the scores, 37-2. One, 2-4. Berrigan already in this one-string match. You start to wonder how soon do we need to make these marks. He's missed his head pin. Brooks didn't get that one either. 8 on the second strike. And the lead is 26.
The power of the double strike, as Paul Grant was said.
Actually, I came up with that one first. Thank you.
Oh, it was
doing
you
yeah, I did. And they're going to simul-throw in this one. Goodness. 9 for Berrigan and 8 for Brooks. That was interesting. I don't think either really cut off the rhythm, but you don't usually expect to see both bowlers go in tandem like that. Lees.
Barrington in the pocket, drops 8, leads the 5-8. Brooks leads a mess, drops 4.
Just showing myself here. 25-pin advantage for Brooks and Ryder. I can see it on my screen here. I'll update you folks. You can work out the math as well, but I'll help you out. 5-9, 5-8. This is what I should have said. Berrigan doesn't make it. Boy. Left side of that head pin, Kevin. I thought Brooks had more of a bit on that.
Not with that wood. Not with that wood. I didn't like that piece of wood to begin with. It was too far inside.
I've given the statistics to Nico Pujar and who made the qualifiers. He's always doing his best over there. I'm not sure how soon he's got it up, but I understand he's shared some of what. I gave it to him piecemeal, and he definitely got the first round uploaded. Both scoreboards, you see them here. Ryder and Brooks at 125, Lees and Berrigan 102, and Chris Ryder is about to step up to fill a spare. Let's flip. Okay, let's see if this view works. Yes, I got it to switch around. So now you see the sides have switched here as Lees and Berrigan will take the 31 and Ryder and Brooks will take the 32. Once again, a 23 plus a ball advantage for Chris Ryder and Devin Brooks. Chris Ryder, the captain of Team Prosperity U in the ICC. Men's World, same thing. His spare fill is 4 on the head pin. Spread eagle. Lees, 5-10, angled wood. One piece is definitely good. One piece is a question mark as to whether it'll deflect it.
Oh, he almost pulled it off.
3-1 split. Great to see you here. Hey, please like that video if you're logged into YouTube. Make sure more people can see it. Thank you all just for watching. That helps too. $5-10.
Wow.
It's good.
Wow, he played it right where he had to.
The Tasmanian Devil takes it out. Somersault through the air. We'll see it again for Nate Lees.
Looks like he played it on the left side. Yeah, he played it on the left side. He made a helicopter.
That's how you get that rev rate to go. Ryder. All right.
Draws 5, 6.
He's got 6. Lees is pair down 27 right now. Gets only 3 on the spare fill.
Another low fill for Nate Lees.
Same one, in fact, but 4 marks to 3 in terms for Ryder and Brooks, although that double strike really functions as an extra one. Ryder can't get this 1-5 to turn into, the 1-8 to go into the 5-9 as well.
Nate just misses everything.
He still has had a persistent, I think it's a leg injury he mentions. And you know, a game of rolling, some people don't expect the footwork to really matter that much, but
it does matter.
In terms of generating that power, Kevin.
Does matter.
It just throws off your balance. It throws off what you're accustomed to, if nothing else. So it's a maddening adjustment to make. Chris Ryder gets the 1, 3, 6, and 7 with a plank in front. One string, that's it for each bowler. Lees off target, 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. Nate Lees, a co-pro series organizer alongside Lori Lewis, Nate and Samantha Zuffelato, and Devin Alleybarber.
Oh, come on.
It's good. The 7-pin goes down for a spare for Ryder.
And Nate is so off right now. I don't know what's wrong.
Yep. The persistent effects of the injury. He gets a 7 box here. And another look at how this goes. Oh, the wood coerced it. I'll confirm again. Yes, it is 7 for Lees. Ryder 87 and a ball. All scores are up, not quite. I've missed a pin somewhere along the line. Berrigan had a 10 box in the 4th, as is officially listed, if nothing else.
Ooh! A quarter Worcester.
Quarter Worcester. First time seeing that today.
When we were at Lindy's, how many half whistles did we see?
Quite a few. Well, Lindy's, that was
A couple months ago.
the second event of the year. And a delight to have it. We seldom have tournaments there at that Quincy house, but not a lot of bowlers had gone there, and it was a wonderful novelty.
A lot of people were saying it was a nightmare for a lot of them. They had to readjust their game and all that.
By the way, how does that happen? Here you go. Sorry, Nate, to do it to you. Just a little full on that 2-pin, and there you have it. All right.
Sorry, Nate, we love you, but come on, you're making it too easy.
Strictly instructional, strictly instructional. Now over to Ryder. They're up by 34 at this point. Good first ball for Lees. He's got the 5-8.
That's actually the most decent leaf he had during this knockout round.
Remember, he's made a couple shots. Now Ryder has to pin as he chisels through the 2-8. Lee's shot. Got it direct.
Play right on the 5-pin. That's where he had to play it.
C-pins, play pins.
Oh, what a shot by Ryder.
Nice out.
Wow. The clip eagle goes as one.
Show you that. Ooh, careful, buddy. There we go. And 10 bucks. That's that. There we go. Sorry to be squirrely with the scoreboard here. Nate Lees, 1 ball to fill in the 10th.
He's at 97 right now. He needs at least a 3 block.
They trail by 34. Now they trail by 30. That's harsh. 4 on the head pin. That 4-fill was not his fault. He gets a 101. So, Jack Berrigan has his work to do. But I remember him coming up clutch when he and Susie advanced back when the doubles knockout was at Ryan Family Amusements Millis. Can he do it again? He's going to need a lot. And he's opposite Devin Brooks, the Kingswood Bulletproof Pro, who is dialed in. He massacres this head pin and left a 5. Leave it to a Bostonian to overplay a massacre, but you know what I mean. Berrigan, 1-4-7-9.
That 10-pin is down, folks. Oh, yes. Don't hurt it. Don't hurt it.
It's nicked, but it's spared. Devin Brooks. The lead is 30 in this match. Berrigan trying to send it this way and that. 7-9, stares back. 30 plus.
Well, it's like I said earlier, this match is going to get out of hand really, really quick. All because of a double strike.
And it may already have. Jack Berrigan gets 9. Chris Ryder has done his part. 3 spares and solid pinning. He left 5 pins standing, so that's better pinning than 9 a box pace. Over to Devin Brooks. His pair leads by 31. Scores confirmed as you see it. His spare fill is high. Devin Brooks gets 989 through 6. .40 is the lead. Berrigan needs miracles. It's a good hit. It leaves the 3-5.
It's a good hit, it's a fair hit, and it's a spare leave.
Don't throw the scratch ticket in the trash yet. Brooks misses the spare, offers a chance. A very slim one, mind you. As the lead continues to be 40, Berrigan really must make to have any remote chance. He does.
He does. He saves it for a little while, but he's running out of time.
Just 3 boxes remain. 72.
That was his spare.
Yep. I have it the wrong. The silly commentator has it the wrong way around. That's how it should look. 40 minus is the lead now.
Brooks leads way to the right, but it works for him. Good follow through. Drops 9. Make it 10.
That might be it if it wasn't already it. Devin Brooks, his third strike. Berrigan should play through.
There you go. What a match. Matching strikes.
I mean, the gap is still 30, but he did get that 10 count on the spare. Problem is, has he run out of racetrack? Berrigan probably needs to double now, just like Brooks did, to have any chance.
Brooks does a Caleri. Few of those we've seen today.
That's a Lexington, Massachusetts reference. Sorry for our regional punditry. Berrigan basically needs it now, you would think.
He needs it.
His shot gets headpin. It's crossover. 5-pin drops eventually. No double. Brooks doesn't spare there, but his fill is 9. His fill is 9.
Well, at least he's in the hundreds, though.
So the partnership total 232 to this point. And that's a spare for Berrigan. It still, I fear, might be too late. Brooks gets a 9. The gap is now 28.
28.
It is salvageable, but Berrigan must have 2 strikes now, and only now. Incredible run here. Jack Berrigan will have a great string, possibly in the 130s, but Ryder and Brooks too strong, it would seem. Devin Brooks can pin out 137. Off target just the high-low, the 1-7-10.
But he has wood.
I don't think such bonus shots appeared on many Canadian broadcasts, but if you want to see the Sean Benoit tapes on YouTube, Sean Benoit's YouTube channel is a treasure trove. No double strike for Berrigan. It's a headpin hit, mind you, but it seems to be the beginning of the end. In fact, it must be.
That did it.
Yeah, actually not getting the double was the end of it. And then Devin Brooks with a spare on top, 137 plus. Berrigan, show us a shot, why not? On the way out the door. That's a beauty. Well, we're gonna get a look at that one, and then we'll tab it right back to the spare fills. Beauty. 3-6-7.
It's a little too late, though.
But this is why
Four bars in a row, too late.
We're seeing the best of the best as we go. 5 pins out for Devin Brooks, 142. And get a proper look at this here. Berrigan kicked the ball return on the way. Is he okay? It was inadvertent, of course. His footwork just hit into it. But the fill is high. It's 138, 256 to 239. Ryder and Brooks advance. So the bracket should be posted here. We'll take a look here ourselves. And there may be a pause for a warm-up as well.
They won by 26 pins. 18.
No, it should be 7.
No, it'll be 18.
Okay, so it's 238. So what? Brooks at 137. Fine.
Devin had a 142.
Berrigan at a 137. Excuse me. All right.
So they lose it by 18 pins. That's a good. That's a good comeback, though.
I think a pin fell late on Berrigan's side, if I recall correctly. But no matter. That's the official score, and we see both scoreboards here. Ryder and Brooks victorious. It's switched back around, 256 to now 238 for Lees and Berrigan, as reported by the machine. All the same. The result is the same. Ryder and Brooks move on to the next round of the knockout bracket. Taking a look here, that means they will face Tim Jalbert and Chris Merrill, the Fenway Academy connection. Speaking of powerhouses from the Worlds, in the next round, though, they'll be over on 21 and 22. Our next stop here on 31-32, we will get Justin Waters and Danny Harris again featured on our coverage, and it will be either Chris Jones and Matt Nichols out of Webster Timberlanes Abington, or JJ Therrien and Jeff Gouillart, co-bowlers on Riverwalk Lane's Friday Night Pro League team. And Jeff Gouillart, also a Channel 50 alumnus here on the old Stars and Strikes show here at Leda Lanes in Nashua. So we will take a brief timeout here and get our act together, and we will be right back with more results in just a moment. Be right back. Hey folks, so round of 16 will get started in just a moment. Sorry, I've been having some issues posting the men's standings, but I wanted to share it now. You are looking at our number one pair, Justin Waters and Danny Harris. Danny Harris is 676, Justin Waters a 642 for a mutant 13-18 combined between both of them. That's Leach and Riva-esque, I would say. Tim Jalbert and Chris Merrill, 1249. They're facing the who we just saw victorious, Ryder and Brooks. They had 1249. Keith Beaupre and Troy Fournier, 1213. Keith Beaupre, our ladder climber from Candlepins for Cancer. Josh Daly and Aaron St. Cyr, 1194. Daly at 625 of that. Kai Hunt and Nick Norcross, a Maine and Massachusetts unlikely connection, 1188. Nick Zuffelato, Pro Series co-organizer, and Aaron Fontaine, grandson of Tom Olsta, and great in his own right, 1182. They get sixth place. In seventh place, there's a Maine connection, Tim Matero, 609. That is delightful for the Hall of Famer. Mark Weber, 571, not too shabby himself. And in eighth place, State of Maine, Scott LaPierre, and Mark Smith, our Skins finalist from Boutwells in Concord, New Hampshire. And then we have in ninth place, Joey Lister, Corey Packard. 10th is Peter Crawford and Dean Sullivan. 11th, Corey Lacey, Sean Sears. 12th, Jeff Surratt, Dave Barber. 13th, Scott and Tim Douglas. 14th, Cam Green and Andrew Therrien. 15th, Devin Brooks and Chris Ryder. 16th, Chris Jones and Matt Nichols. 17th, JJ Turigny and Jeff Gouillart. 18th, Nate Lees and Jack Berrigan. And seen off there, we saw 19, Everett Beveridge Jr. and Richard Beveridge Jr. 20th, Jeff LaPierre and Jason Gauthier. 21st, Austin Barnes and Brian Kroll. 22nd, Brian and Dan Allard. 23rd, Chuck DeRogers and Matt Susi. And 24th, Micah Imperato and JT Lyons. Those are our top 24. Warm-ups are still in progress right now. The scores are auto-populating with nonsense. It's kind of funny. Well, it looks like Micah is still in the mix here. We see him here on 33 and 34. And LaPierre and Smith on 33 and 34 in just a moment. Looking around, let's see who else we can see before we have to pan it back here. I say like I'm obliged. Aaron St. Cyr. You see here, alongside, Aaron St. Cyr and Josh Daly, in fact. So Nick Norcross, Kai Hunt. That's Fournier and Beaupre further to the left. Getting a little more of a peek here. Who else do we see? Aaron Fontaine, Sears and Alisi. Andrew Therrien waiting in the well as well. Can we go even further than this? Yes, we can. And there's Tim Matero, over 600 here at Leda. Of course, his lucky strike team, as I mentioned, made a good playoff run before getting seen off by Fenway Academy. We'll snap it back here. Don't get whiplash. There we go. We'll be on 31-32. Chris Jones and Matt Nichols, we see here. 31. So we'll wait for the warm-ups to conclude, and we will be right back with that round of 16 match in just a moment. And hello, hello, welcome back. It's the round of 16 here at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire of the doubles knockout stop of the Pro Series. I'm Greg Gouillart. I'm alongside Kevin Burns here on Candlepin Bowling Network. We're about to get started on lanes 31 and 32 just as soon as they wipe the scoreboard clean for this match between Danny Harris and Justin Waters, number one, and versus the previous winners in their previous match, Matt Nichols and Chris Jones at Webster Timber Lanes, Abington, wearing the Central Park Lanes shirt out of East Boston in reference to the men's worlds team in this case. So a lot of people eager to re-represent the shirt they wore on their backs for the international competition that last took place here in Nashua, New Hampshire. Standing by suspended animation as we wait for high seeds to also determine their lane choice, although I see Justin Waters posturing towards lane 31. He may opt to start there. Danny Harris at the high series for the men, as he has consistently had the high average in the Friday Night Pro League as well. He and Justin Waters, Central 3 teammates, a lot of crossover with that Men's Worlds Academy Lanes team.
Hey, you guys are good. Go ahead.
Dave says, okay, sure, let's go. Justin Waters up first. Danny Harris will go after him, and Chris Jones is taken to the lanes first. He goes lead off at Team Hingham. He will go lead off here. Matt Nichols, formidable bowler in his own right, not often seen in team competition, but very well could be. Jones begins with the 1 and 10.
Piece of wood rolls right back into the 10 pin. Not enough to knock it down.
Raise your microphone.
Justin Waters with a
full rack. He starts off tipping over the 5 pin, 2, 7, 8, and 10 in this round of 16 match.
oh god.
110. Ooh, straight
No.
back. Jones denied. I'll keep track of the totals for you. Apologies, we don't have the total on screen. Waters. 2, 7, 8, 10. This would be something, but nothing went rightward. Waters was shut down at the Boutwell's stop as well when he had a 10 for 10 head pin perfect string, and that was his last one of the day in a match that would see Josh Daly take out Aaron Fontaine in the final of the singles elimination event.
8 and 9.
All right, so Jones with the early stick to take a momentary advantage. An advantage that could hold. One string is all it takes.
Well, you can't count Danny Harris out.
Never can. Can't count anyone out for that matter.
How about a setback?
Hello, indeed.
5, 6, 7, piece of wood out in front. Waters. Hello, Eagle.
Yep.
A little too perfect on that.
He's usually very strong on that head pin. Hingham, a team of basically Hall of Famers. But Chris Jones, no slouch in his own right. Part of this team that was runner-up in the Friday Night Pro League last year to Justin Waters' team. And Josh Daly's team. We see him there in camera. He's probably talking to Justin at the same time, knowing them. Crossfiring, they call it in some professional circles.
Oh, what a shot!
That's going to be for 10, but it's a dandy. And we're going to take a quick look at that one.
Nice and deliberate. Nice follow through. Piece of wood comes right out the wall, takes out to 7.
Just comes spinning across.
Chris Jones, how about a 1-5 punch?
Right down.
Broadway.
Yeah, right down Amherst Street, I could say.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Not wrong.
No.
Here where we sit. Crossovers.
Oh, what a strike!
Blow them all up.
That's going to put the lead in Harris's favor. Let's see what Jones can do with this. This goes very, very rarely.
Ain't that the way? He's throwing a perfect ball with the left side, all things considered.
Takes out the 4 on the left. Can he make it 4 on the right? Nope. 3 on the right.
Hey, 9 is fine out of that. That's a good result all here.
And here's the strike replay on Justin Waters. Everything just went kaboomy.
Mr. Justin Waters breaking out the kaboom box. Drew, I can't resist. I'm sorry. Drew Steele also calls roller derby. He's a multi-sport broadcaster.
Jones again.
What? He got the 8-pin this time. What's so wrong with that? Oh, goodness.
That's what's wrong with that.
Unless this wood could ramp the shot, that would be something. Waters gets the head pin anyway.
It's not considered a head pin hit.
Not for your statistical records, but it did fall. And if that back piece of wood would get out of the way, that would have helped. But now I'm fearful it might deflect it.
Well, that piece of wood helped him get a couple more on the right side for Chris Jones. Yeah, Waters makes it.
It did deflect, but it did go.
Spear on a strike. That's almost 60 pins in two passes.
13 pins plus a ball now for Waters versus Jones. Chris Jones, runner-up in our Candlepins for Cancer variety show where we featured multiple formats, including that 9-pin format. We smushed 1, 2, 3 ball, 3, 6, 9, and 9 ball all together. For rules on those, watch the ladder. It was a lot of fun. I wish the formats were more balanced, where we maybe weighted 1, 2, 3 ball, or maybe just gave a match points like you do for the strings in leagues like the Friday Night Pro League. But it was an interesting concept, and I'd love to reattempt something like it. Justin Waters, big count, it's 9. 57 through 4.
Well, he got his wish. He wanted that wood to roll away, and it did.
Blank in front of it for Jones. Oh, and it helped with the 7, and Wood rolls behind the 3. Justin misses this 6-pin. Chance gets away. He'll still have a 67 half. Jones has to settle for 9, 44 half. 9 for Justin Waters. Now over to Danny Harris and Matt Nichols. Matt Nichols, during a Mixed Worlds the last time it was held here at Leda Lanes. Getting a sense maybe Leda Lanes a world-class center. It's got a lot of the lanes for it anyway.
It is.
And Matt Nichols had the second highest men's average at one point. Only Chris Bover had higher that year. His first ball, and that was when the pins were even tougher than they are now. Takes out 4 first ball. Danny Harris, who's been top of the shop this time around. 4 horsemen and a 7. Danny Harris, runner-up in the Pro Series last year to Aaron St. Cyr. Nichols, goodness. That 4-pin couldn't make up its mind. Nothing ends up towards the 7-pin, even though it did a little bit of twirling, a little bit of notion to get towards the corner there, but it just didn't. So Nichols takes a 9. Harris can't grab the extra stick, but he'll take 9 as well.
So 22 pins down.
Yeah, my audio levels are different. I'm jelly.
Does that make me peanut butter?
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, peanut butter's, best part of it. Could probably turn ourselves down, honestly, a little bit. There we go. I think that'll help out a bit. The audio levels are screaming at me at the moment. 1-3-6. Nichols. Harris.
Ooh, 4 horsemen.
I've heard superstition. Oh, he's wearing the pink belt. Danny Harris has the pink belt. That's a lucky superstition, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. But it was worn on the stage of the Men's Worlds as well. He gets just the 2-4.
Wait.
No, well, how does the head pin go out of that? How in tarnation?
10 from Matt.
All right, Nichols.
21 pins.
21 pins it is. I'm trying to, forgive me, folks, I'm trying to. And actually, that's hit. 9 for Nichols. 4-pin is what's left. I now know the story of Danny Harris's belt. After losing said Pro Series finals to Aaron St. Cyr, he figured maybe a change of belt would help out. So he convinced his girlfriend Gina to help him go belt shopping, and they settled on this pink one, and it's clearly brought him luck ever since based on the way he's going. Nichols misses a single. Harris runs the horseman down for a spare.
Yeah, he's like, what, in the top 24 in the standings?
It depends on where you look, but number 1 in the Friday Night Pro League based on road average. Looking up something here. Nichols triangle 6.
Harris
5-8. And oh no, the wood ruins the bid for Nichols. Harris slips at the foul line slightly. He can't get the spare either. So 30 pin advantage for Waters and Harris. Justin Waters with that 66 half. Nichols not only bowls out of Webster Timberlanes Abington, but been employed there and organizes some rather popular tournaments out of there as well. Harris 46 through 4. Matt Nichols and Chris Jones, that Central Park Lane shirt they wear was part of the men's worlds. They bowled alongside Corrado Pani, Stephen Boddy, Justin Scally, Ryan Drago, Tyler O'Brien, Tim Susi, Keith Beaupre, and Nick Zuffelato. Pins are going to wilt in the back there, so sort of deluxe-sized check mark on Nichols' side of things, lane 32. Harris is going to have to work out this 3-1 split. Greg Gouillart alongside Kevin Burns. You're watching round of 16 coverage here at the Men's Pro Series. Matt's try. Got it. Perfect. That's the source of energy they needed. Harris gets it to go as well. A 3-1 conversion to match. And he claps as he comes off the lanes. He knows how big that was. Full scores through the half. It's a 31 pin advantage. As my scoreboard views have crashed apparently. Okay. Brother. Well, let's see if this view works. Yep, that still works. Good news. No, Matt Nichols should be on 47. That still crashed. Okay, I'll have to work that out. Diamond for Waters and 1-2 for Chris Jones. So tough, these diamonds. They only go about a fourth of the time. Waters can't get it to go on the 3-6. Jones's try. Yet. Ooh, silly, silly caster. You thought just because he hit the head pin he got it, didn't you? Instead, the 2-pin. Undisturbed. 9 box for Waters. I do need to fix that, and Nichols is on 47. Jones grabs an extra. All right. That's better. Okay. $30-pin advantage for Waters and Harris. 4 marks to 1. Waters, Wood swivels right in front of the 5-pin, doesn't go. Chris bends down and delivers. 1, 2, 9, and 10. To follow along with other scores, pull down the YouTube description and go to the Cubica AMF link to see your favorite bowlers and how they're scoring against the competition. I know they don't all put names in Nicely
Oh, what a
done.
shot.
Chris Jones. We're going to get another look at this one. Waters darn near sweeps out all of them. He gets a 9 box. So 1, 2, 9, and 10. And Jones.
It looks like he played it on the inside.
Yeah, he got on the 1-2 pocket for sure.
Played it on
I think it was a double deflection that caused the 9 pin to go out, though. Scores a reset. Waters a 8 pin wiggling just. Jones to fill. Dropped it on the foul line, it looks like. 4 horsemen and a 9 pin. Wood nestling behind, so this still could go. His load is 5 on the spare. 24 is the gap. Nope, 2-7-8, too tough. Even for the champ. And the CPL team bowler get this. Oh, I thought the wood in back was going to help out, but instead, the 3 rang around and hit the 10 instead. 6 pin stands. Question of pins at this point. Waters running 9s. And hello, Jones' screen cap is also frozen here. He should be at 78 through 8. I'll fix. That's better. Why are you being so difficult today, dear scoreboard? What is your damage? Thank you. That's better. Okay, now we can have a broadcast. I'm happy. Waters, 5-7-8.
In no wood.
Jeez.
That can go.
Depends on the entry angle, I suppose. That's why that mess is resulting. Half Worcester Jones. Everyone knows what that entry angle is. 24 pins. There's plenty of time for Jones and Nichols to make this up. Waters and Harris, as they have been all day, leading. Jones, good bid at this one, but the 5 pin denies him. Waters was trying to get all the way on the right side of that pin. He'll take an 8 instead for want of a 10 box. Jones gets 1 pin back here. You never know. 23 is the gap. 4 marks to 2 still. 1 string match, that's all it is. The brothers Douglas still in to our left against Daly and St. Cyr. Justin gets that 8 pin to go. One of his better looks now. Finally gets out of split purgatory. Triangle number 3 for Chris Jones. 3, 5, and 6. You're watching Pro Series coverage on Candlepin Bowling Network. Paul Grant expected to join later while he covers the women's tournament now. Waters gets the spare. 111 and a ball. 33. Hang on. Well, that's too soon. Hang on. I need to wait for Jones's box. Doesn't get it there. So actually 23 should be the gap at this point. Jones can't convert the triangle, and now he has a 9 box. So gets stuck with a 96, unfortunately. Had some tough splits in the early going. Pinned out well in the second half. But unfortunately in that 1 string. And that's why Pro Series points also go by qualifier as well. Because making it deep in these playoff runs is so tough. But Justin Waters showing us how to go far with a 10 drop in the 10th. Such a replayable string, I would say, as the 7 pin falls late. Now over to Matt Nichols and Danny Harris. Bowlers switched sides at the half, of course. Waiting for Scott Douglas alongside to go. That's Mark Smith, you see, competing alongside Scott LaPierre. Harris right down the middle, spread eagle. Opportunity for Nichols, but he rips the half Worcester. So the lead is now 36 in this 5 mark to 2 string. Half Worcester, Nichols bulldozes the head pin anyway with the roller. Harris needs more. He does. He's got 6 to 9. For a 69 through 6. Some nice coincidences there as Matt Nichols takes a 7 box and has 56 through 6. Are they out of racetrack? It sure seems that way. Nichols needs to throw a lot now. He's down 42 and only has 4 boxes left. The math is stacking up against him. The 9 drop is nice, and Harris does need to pin. And that's not going to help anything. I tell you what, 2 more out on the head pin. Spare, Nichols. Harris doesn't want to concede another mark's worth after just seeing one thrown in his face. And he only gets rid of the 5 pin. So, they're 33 minus a ball. Now, possibility. Now a possibility that we might have more of a match. Nichols still needs a lot, but that's a great start. Harris only 4, maybe 5. It's funny, Tyler mentioned a 7-10, and then I saw another one appear on Mark Smith's lane. The fill is 7. 26. 7-8's gettable. If Harris makes this, it's probably over, but he's missed it altogether. 1-3-7-10. Gap is 26 as we speak. 3 boxes to go. Matt Nichols, 1-7-8. His shot. Off the wall. 7-pin drops forward. No 8-pin.
It was here.
And now Harris gets a 10. You have to think that might be it, but for a miracle. Nichols gets 9. Matt Nichols, a very nice gentleman. I've met him myself. Very frustrated with how it's going. But he can be very proud of making it this far. He's run into a buzzsaw right now, even though Danny Harris is looking at a tough 5-7. 27 the gap. If anyone can, Danny can. He'll try to get to the right side of this 5-pin, but he hits it full. Matt Nichols, head pin. Boy, that wood just did not do him any favors whatsoever. Goodness. 10 for Danny. That just gets 7. Matt Nichols' brother John used to run camera for Candlepins for Kids. The gap is 30 right now, and it is now essentially over once Danny Harris throws a ball mathematically. It's on the lane, it's all fair, and Danny Harris and Justin Waters advance to the round of 8. We'll see who against in just a moment. Had been smashed in for Nichols. Harris no good second ball. Going through the formalities here, Nichols will spare. He'll shoot again in the so-called 11th frame. Harris takes a 9. And you see the sportsmanship on your screen. Nichols loads up 5 more. He gets a 104. And Justin Waters, 121 in particular, the showstopper here. Waters and Harris win 224-200 by my count. It's definitely their victory. We'll confirm the official score in just a moment. And yes, 224-200 is official as you see it. They advance to the round of 8. So let's take a look-see here. I'm going to take the scoreboard away, but shall we peek, friends, at 29 and 30. This is Aaron St. Cyr and Josh Daly involved.
Josh Daly threw a 140. They're up 47 pins.
My goodness. Scott Douglas is in the clubhouse with 96. And both these bowlers about par at the moment. I'll check the score as soon as it's concluded. They're on their 7th box right now, these second bowlers, so they have 3 to go. So I show it as 172 for the team of Douglas and Douglas, and 225. So that is a 53-pin advantage, 3 boxes worth. So we can expect Aaron St. Cyr and Josh Daly on the backs of Daly's 140, as you just said, Kevin, to advance on.
Oh, yeah.
All other matches are just about concluded as well. Over yonder, there's another match on 19 and 20 if you're playing the Cubica AMF home game. Pull down the YouTube description for details on how to snoop on scores. And other than that, we'll have the semifinals, the round of 8, in just a moment. I'll just keep it here for the time being, I suppose. I'm not sure how quickly we're going to get back into it. But I know there'll be just a few more boxes. I was trying to send over the images of the scoreboard, but I wasn't able to upload it on my side to the Candlepin Bowling Network page. I look forward to doing that as soon as I get a chance. Danny Harris and Justin Waters had the top partnership score. Now, Pro Series qualifying points are awarded individually, even in a doubles event. So Danny Harris will get top for the men in this case. By the way, I'm just looking at how ominous that picket fence is on 31. Just the entire back row, goodness.
Yeah, that was the lead that Matt left.
Yeah, well, that's against Danny Harris. I was mentioning that anecdote of Danny Harris walked away from the back row. He actually hit his button after the first ball on that one when he was losing. In this case, Matt Nichols can't help but walk away from it at that point. So, isn't it interesting, the cycles of life we go through? One box remaining in the match we see here. 19 and 20, I believe, are just about, yes, they are concluded as well. So we are watching the last match in progress, and then we'll get started with the round of 8 in just a moment. We have the men's bracket posted to Candlepin Bowling Network Facebook. We'll update you as best as we can. So, I see Barnes and Crowell are in the pit, and if that means they are still in, then that means that Daly and St. Cyr will be facing them. Waters and Harris advanced, we know this much. Looking around, I still see Micah Imperato and JT Lyonnaise there. I'm not sure if that means they've advanced or if they're soaking it all in. No. No, wait a second. Smith and LaPierre are, I'm showing them as... No, they came out on top. I show Smith and LaPierre came out on top, so they would face Waters and Harris in that case, if I understand. Doing some deductive reasoning for you folks as I set the camera back to where it should be on 31 and 32. 31 and 32, let's see here. We have. Did Beaupre and Fournier make it? We'll see. Stand by, folks. Still awaiting further updates on this. See Tim Jalbert is streaming. I bet that's to Candlepin chat, knowing his tendency. I believe he usually is a Facebook streamer. He's popped into camera view, but on 31-32.
What'd you say was in your face?
The suspense is killing me too, folks, for what it's worth. I'm so sorry.
We have Fontaine and Freshie.
All righty. Fontaine and Freshie, so they won their last match. That would have been think that was against Elysian Sears, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken, though. I'll post the complete bracket later. And then facing against them. Oh, it's Therrien and Cody Green. That's a delight. That's the Western Mass connection that I got to know during one of the downtimes. Sorry, folks. Cam Green and Andrew Therrien. So Cam Green, I got to know. Cam took some time off from the game, I learned. He was actively involved in youth bowling, and then took about a several year span off from the game. He averaged north of 120 today, even though he has a 108 league average at the moment. So big time overperformance today, and it's wonderful to see. It looks like Nick Zuffelato will take to the lane before Aaron Fontaine. Freshy has won a singles knockout here at Leda Lanes, and he won the skins competition this year, in fact, more topically. Andrew Therrien will go first. And we're underway in this one. Takes out 3 on the first ball. Four horsemen for Freshy, as we call him. Probably one of the most ubiquitous nicknames. You almost can't not call him that at this point. Nick Zuffelato, a co-pro series organizer. Got the sort of ball that could curl into the four horsemen, but he overhooks it and chips out just the head pin. Greg Gouillart alongside Kevin Burns here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Therrien gets 10. Andrew had his heart broken by Mark Smith. He threw a 393 in that semifinal skins match. But Mark Smith went on a strike streak of his own and went over 400 to grab it at the last moment. One pickup for Andrew at the moment. 2 pin taken out. Ryder's got his coat on, I'm sorry to say, Josh. Just now. 2, 4, 6, 7, not 7, 10 pin. Evens up. 2, 4, 6, 10 for Freshy. Therrien no good on the 1, 3, 5. In this round of 8 matchup. Tim Jalbert and Chris Merrill to our immediate left. Mark Weber and Tim Matero still getting it done. That's Kai Hunt you see on your screen, alongside Nick Norcross. A 10 box for Therrien. Zuffelato, captain of Team Metro Bowl in the Friday Night Pro League. He gets 9. Daly and St. Cyr are the ones opposite Hunt and Norcross in that match on 33 and 34. 2 pins for Therrien to begin. Had a few of those first balls get away so far. Zuffelato a little thin on the head pin. Check mark left. So tough, these candle pins. You just got to hit them the right way. Nothing else will do. And if you hit them like that, they can all go, as Therrien shows us. Andrew 30 and a ball through 3. Zuffelato no go. Now we'll wait for deadwood retrieval. Just in case you were wondering, no, the lanes are not oiled. Otherwise, Mark Weber would have eaten it trying to do that. They can be lightly conditioned at times, but even with wood lanes, the ball's lighter, so it does less damage and it's less necessary. And at the very least, oil is not a tactical concern like it is in the big ball game. One more time, 8 pin takeout. Yes, right arm, right foot. We've been over this. 7-pin last to go. Beauty. Andrew 6'10". The fill is 8. And now Therrien and Green opening it up. Cam Green went over 600 in qualifying. Zuffelato the 1-3, 6 and 9. And a spare. So back-to-back for Therrien. Green encouraging him, fresh, he matches it. Spare in the 4th. So 11 pins, you see it. Nick Zuffelato qualified with had a 595, and Aaron Fontaine a 587 in qualifying. That's wood. That's a standard shot to clear out the wood in the gutter. Taking a look here. Therrien's got the head pin. 5-pin, drops, double pins, 2-8. 8 again, 56. Double pins was a leave name I saw in the Florence Greenleaf book. I'm running with it.
Oh, what the hell?
Don't worry, Kevin. You're not working. You're not on the clock now. Well,
no, it's the same issue.
You're getting some nightmares from pin setter mechanic days, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
And we'll have a delay here.
Someone's going to have to do it, you know. You need something? Yeah. What do you need? 41. All right, something to help you.
I'm trying to look for one particular score here. Excuse me, folks. Andrew Therrien and Cam Green. That's right. Andrew Therrien had a 534 in qualifying. Cam Green had a 619. This is the Pro Series here on Candlepin Bowling Network. The Candlepin Pro Series, we're just covering it, of course, is put on by 6 hardworking co-organizers. Monthly series of events across multiple bowling centers and multiple formats, this one being the doubles knockout. That's Chris Merrill you're looking at on lane 30. He's opposite Tim Matero, and that's quite a state of Maine showdown there. I'll give you a little peek at it while we wait for this lane delay on lane 31.
Yeah, Sean's working on it right now.
Yeah, that startled Matero on the... Hallelujah, it's raining pins. Amen. Round of 8 right now. I think everyone's waiting for the commotion to settle down. I don't think anyone's gone, apart from JT Lyonnais just right now. Lyonnais and Imperato still putting on a good run. So actually, no, they're doing very well for themselves. Waters and Harris, their opponents at the moment. Remember, you can log on to the Cubica score. They're on 27 and 28. On 29 and 30. Tim Matero and Mark Weber. That's a nice shot by Matero. That's for a spare.
Oh, what a bib.
And you see Chris Merrill and Tim Jalbert. That was his 3rd ball anyway. So within 1 pin there. 31, let's see. We got a full rack there. We'll bring the camera back to normal.
Do we have to?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Freshing on a spare fill of his own. Did he get iced? Not totally. 6. That was one recurring theme of the Super Bowl. Just let the guy kick. I forget whose kicker it was, but there was always some sort of timeout or delay was offside? Never mind.
Andrew Therrien didn't miss a beat.
66 and a ball. And after Green did the lion's share of the work in qualifier, Andrew Therrien putting in work here. Coming up clutch.
Are we into the semifinals?
This is the round of 8 right now. Round of 8 pairs, I should specify. Zuffelato wondering where was that shot the last time. But alas, a 53 half. It's a fine half, but Therrien is going to be ahead by about really 3 marks worth all told. He got better count on those as well, so it's really going to count as another. To the second bowl as we go. Cam Green, an amazing story here. I'm noticing he's got AirPods in, and I'm surprised more bowlers don't do this. I wear, or maybe earplugs, I can't quite tell. I wear those loop earbuds, which helps filter out some of the background noise. And even though the noise has definitely subsided here at Leda as we focus on this narrower field, there's a lot of hubbub going along, and it allows you to focus in more.
Okay, that's an interesting leave.
You'll have to focus in on the 1-4-8. Aaron Fontaine. Just 3 pins taken out. 1-5-9. Aaron Fontaine recently engaged. So congratulations to him and her. 2 pins taken out for Green. Aaron, he made a sensational spread eagle spare. That was one of our highest viewed reels. Or was it one of our highest viewed? Well, maybe I was happy to see it anyway at the Easter Classic.
Well, I know I mentioned this a lot, even though he is Tommy Osa's grandson, but
Aaron Fontaine, yes.
Do you think it was fair to put Aaron against his grandfather?
Oh, for views during the old versus young showcase? Hell yeah, that was awesome. I mean, sorry Zaizu beat him, his grandpa, but there you go. Just 5 out for Green.
I actually asked Aaron once, have you ever beaten your grandfather? He said, no. He always destroys me.
Yeah. Seeing Aaron and Nate co-nominated said grandfather for the Hall of Fame and gave the speech at the induction ceremony. That is available on YouTube. On what part, I'm not quite sure. 1-3-6.
Let me see.
Fontaine gets the high-low, just a head pin. Hey, we got Tyler O'Brien tonight. I said the wrong Tyler, and now we've got both Tylers. Excellent. A 9 for Green. Fontaine with a delivery very much patterned around Ulster with a 9 of his own. Cam Green bowls out of Canal Lanes in Southampton, Massachusetts. That was a sweet 2-4-6 conversion by Tim Jalbert. Sorry, buddy, I only replay my lane. Fontaine has the re-rack. He's missing the 10 pin. Fell early, in fact.
Are you serious?
No, it just fell off spot. It was down. It's not your job, buddy. It's all good.
Ah, come on.
Yeah, well, no worries.
Can I just shoot this thing? No, we even have problems.
No. They do a great job here. They just still have to get back there again. Sometimes it's just the one lane, and believe me, it's a nightmare for them to have to deal with, as we do see someone sprinting back there now to get that fixed up.
You have no idea what this is like.
Probably none. I mean, I assume it's probably the same issue acting up, so they probably know exactly what it is. We may see it rain pins in just a moment again. Meanwhile, both matches are just about at the halfway point.
Okay, so Tommy Osa's Hall of Fame introduction was done by the ICBA YouTube page.
I see. ICBA, as in the International Candlepin Bowling Association, on YouTube.
Let's see how this happens. This is one problem that's going to persist.
Well, 10 pins on the rack now. We can keep going as we are now. Green will take aim now on lane 32. This happens from time to time. 36 lanes, so tough to maintain them all. And Leda does a great job overall. 5 pins out on the first ball.
Well, it all depends on what the problem is. I don't know if it's a relay problem. I don't know if the machine's having a problem loading. I don't know what it could be.
Well, Aaron Fontaine will not have much of a problem here. He's got the 6-9-10. Cam Green's going to have to really show us a shot here. Throws a right to left ball. This is so tough to get into the 2-4, and he narrowly misses it. Ooh, 6-10. And the wood foils Fontaine as it just spins out too far. Green takes out the 6-10. He gets 9, and there's the 10. Another wish I had the replay button moment. Craig Holbrook in chat, great to see the Hall of Famer. If I'm wearing earbuds, it will be a self-help bowling inspiration loop. Focus on the pin.
Well, it's nice to see Craig Holbrook tuning in.
Splits are not forever.
And I bet
Destiny.
he wish he was here.
Destiny is inevitable. Cam Green, the 5-6-10. Aaron Fontaine, this too shall pass. And that's where I'll stop. 5-6-10. Got to really get low and sweep on this wood. A nigh impossible angle with Green's normal delivery. It's not terribly reasonable for bowlers to suddenly expect it to throw a completely different angle from what they're used to. Say a backup ball instead of your normal cross lane delivery, for example. So really that's the best he could do with that. Green collects a 9, and he's got 37 through 4. Good pinning. And we've got Todd Holbrook. Hello. 9 box for Fontaine, 37. Todd, I beg your pardon. You're still out of the ACST, right? It's great to see you either way. 37 apiece. Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, a traveling league here in New England. Cam Green, skinny on the head pin. No marks either side, but not for lack of trying. It could be a pinning duel, or one mark could suddenly break it open. We'll see. Fontaine. Thought he could. 5-pin. Wood just settles to the left side of it.
Well, Andrew has 3 spares on the board.
Oh, my goodness. That's a checkmark conversion for Green. He gets the spare. To sit down at the half, Fontaine has a single pin. And Wood in front. He converts. It spins high. Let's take another look here. By the way, Matero on lane 30, that's a 2-4-6 conversion, so delightfully we get to see that as well. And then Cam Green, the checkmark goes intact on 32. Since that was 2 replays, I'm going to show it one more time. 30 and 32. Okay, enough of that. Bowlers switch sides at the half. Nick Zuffelato, 53 at the half. Andrew Therrien, a 3-mark chain. A chance for a 70 half. Ooh, 6-9. 5, 6, 7, 10. Yeah, I knew the Holbrook name was coincidence, but great to see you. Hey, could be a matter of time as well. Andrew Therrien, a 7 fill. 73 at the half. Yeah, I knew it was Todd as well. Freshie gets the 10-pin. Picks it up for the spare. Therrien, this would be some split conversion. Hits off the cap of the wood and doesn't get quite the action he's after. Multitasking is difficult. Andrew Therrien, an 8. Let's take a look at why this shot did not go on Therrien's side. I thought he had it. He may have gotten too much of that left side cap.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, no, he got more of the broad side of the pin instead, and thus it didn't work out. So it wasn't really the cap foiling him. Zuffelato, the fill is 9. Therrien, goodbye. First strike of the match for anybody, 91 plus 2, Andrew Therrien. With a sensational string already in just the 7th box. Zuffelato looks easy. He got it. I don't have time to show that replay. That took way too long, but there's no time limit in this game. That'll count for the spare, and there's Therrien. We recount that strike one more time.
The way Freshie put his hands up, he was like, no, I didn't steal it. I didn't steal it.
That was more agonizing than Kawhi Leonard's buzzer beater. Goodness.
I think that was more agonizing than when lane 31 has been breaking down.
Oh, Kevin's going to have nightmares about that, even though he's uninvolved.
I have nightmares with that anyway.
Another 19 for Freshie, 91 through 7.
This is coming from a 53 half, too.
Therrien, he's doubled before in these moments. He's close. The 6-pin. Single pin aside.
Airball Grant.
Zuffelato gets it for a spare.
And great sounds like.
I know how to modulate volume 2. Therrien matches. Spare on strike.
This is going to come down to the anchors.
Match gap is 10 in favor of Therrien and Green. Everybody is on a spare. Even Green and Fontaine, whose scores have put away in the drawer.
Oh, we can't put them in the attic? Freshie.
We need him back. We can't put him in deep storage.
That'll be 5.
It's Zuffelato 5, Therrien 8. Now maybe a breakthrough as that plank sits pretty in front of the 610.
Oh, it's sitting pretty. That's a gimme.
Bundle of 5. 3 pins, tough to hit possibly. 3-5.
Just missed the object.
It looked like there was a bit of a lean to it. That might just be my eyes deceiving me. Andrew Therrien with his 6th mark of the string.
How many marks in a row? 3?
2 chains of 3. Zuffelato stops his mark chain of 3 with a 10. So the lead is 13 and 1 extra bonus ball, which Andrew Therrien will throw now.
Freshie needs a strike.
Freshie is on 117 somehow. I'm going to give him this fill here to make up for that. He gets a half Worcester. 47 and 47 is confirmed. All the scores are confirmed. This is a good hit, you thought, but a crossover perhaps. And the fill is 7 for Therrien.
A monstrous 140-plus string. Oh, boy.
Freshie trying to blow up a bundle like Therrien did earlier in the string. 5, 9, 10. This would be something. That's about the best he could do. That's a shot that foiled Dave Godwin when he tried to win a doubles knockout with Jimbo Ayotte when Dan Chenard and Steve Reno Jr. won that year. That was at Academy Lanes, that particular tournament. Chance to gain some pins now. 10 versus 5, and that's a pickup. Andrew Therrien, 146. Nick Zuffelato, 122, but will be annoyed by that 5 box in the end. But a great pro string, if maybe a significant deficit now. 47 plus halves for each of Green and Fontaine. Cam Green having a night to remember, a day into night to remember as it turns to 6:22 p.m. local time here in Nashua, New Hampshire. We started this morning at about 11:45. And here we are, many hours later, with just 8 pairs of gentlemen standing. Aaron Fontaine, 47 and a ball. His try on 32. Gets all the pins tagged for a wacky strike. Green, head pin as well, 3-5, 7-10. Have you ever seen 3 pins be the last to fall? It's probably been the first time in a long time. Green close, 7-pin. Just too much to work with. Getting a good crowd here. We're heating up here as we go down the stretch. I think that will go for 9, I'm afraid. We'll see.
Yep, that's a 9.
Phil was 6 on the spare and then a 9 in the box. Yep, that's corrected. So 67 and 62, all scores confirmed as you see them here. Aaron Fontaine on a strike. They trail by 19. But Aaron Fontaine is very liable to string a few together when he needs them most. 19 minus this. Fontaine!
Almost a
pin.
double. Lose to 5.
Green, the 3 and the 7.
He wanted that wood to stay.
He's imploring it to stop, and that front piece is just too much in the way unless he can twirl it just right. What do you think of the left side of the 3-pin and twirl the wood maybe? Is that working, Kevin, or no?
No, that piece of wood is not going to help at all.
Fontaine, yes.
Spear and strike.
Strike sandwich. He
played the wood.
Yeah.
He played the wood. That wood was way too deep for her to take out the 7.
And this match tightens up. Checking the pins here. Green can't get either one. That's 8. The gap is 7 minus Fontaine's bonus ball. 216 to 209 minus this. I don't know why you tap away from this match, but if you want to, pull down the YouTube description. You can see anybody's scores on the Keokuk AMF online score. I wouldn't recommend watching it with this match. Just watch our broadcast because we're ahead of it. But apart from that latency, it's a great resource. Fontaine to fill. His fill is 8. And that takes the lead. Double wood. Chance to add to it. It's a 1-pin lead. Cam Green, how's your pressure bowling? He's got his head pin, but he's full.
A 3-2 split.
Fontaine would deflect away from the 8-pin. That's one I'm going to want to diagnose again on instant replay.
Please do.
Green.
Well, one of us will diagnose it.
Doctor, what's the problem?
Oh, my piece of wood.
Well, I guess we're on the internet, so I guess this is WebMD at this point. Aaron Fontaine gets a 10 box. Green will probably go for the 2 on the right side. Nope, check that. He tried the aggressive route. Goes 7. Take a look here. Fontaine, so he plays.
If he played it on the cap, yeah, that's what he did. He played it on the cap.
Just high, and
he played it too high.
Red line may have had more of a chance, you reckon?
If he played it dead center on the red line, yeah. To me, it was a little too.
Ooh, right down the middle, Fontaine. His pair leads by 4. I beg your pardon. 127 or 227 to 223. Green has a chance here with the 136. Fontaine.
Low light.
Boy.
Low light.
Aaron knows how to make some outrageous splits. We have him on a short reel doing that exact one before. Green misses an opportunity here.
Well, look who his grandfather is.
Fontaine's got 8. Green still has the chance to gain some pins here. Can he? No, he can't. He gets the same 8, and it should be 235 to 231. The gap is 4. 235 to 231.
1 box to go.
Pinning is unlikely to rescue it here. Zuffelato and Fontaine have 4 extra bonus pins. That is exactly the lead right now. The fills have been decisive. 7 marks to 7, but those 4 extra bonus pins are exactly the gap for Zuffelato and Fontaine. Aaron gets the 4 horsemen in the 9. His brother Nate made a doubles elimination final at Academy Lanes with Nick Norcross. Was suffering from an Outrun the Bear victory hangover, and they ended up in 2nd place. 3-1 split. Green, you'd think, might have to make this one. If Fontaine makes it, you think it might have to be over. His try, just the head pin. Green has a narrow but possible opportunity. It's now or it's never, and it's the 3-1. His shot, can't get off the sidewall. Aaron Fontaine and Nick Zuffelato survive.
Right in the face. Good night.
There's a 10 and a 9. Whoa, what a match that was.
Yes,
245 to 240. Nick Zuffelato and Aaron Fontaine, incredible. And here's Paul Grant alongside.
We get an update from the Ladies Pro Series doubles. The title goes to Melissa Ritchie and Sonia Johnson.
Whoa,
a 209,
nice.
174 win against Alana Brown and Shannon Scrim. They just didn't have it that string.
Sonia Johnson, a name that is no surprise. And Melissa Ritchie, a name that should not be a surprise. She's been bowling better and better. We've seen her on Candlepins for Cancer and everything. And that is that. So, 5-pin victory here. And, oh, hello, I think we have ourselves some bonus coverage to tend to because I think the string is just, I think we have an overtime situation.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so it's Chris Merrill and Tim Jam and Jalbert with Mark Weber and Tim Hall of Famer Matero, 2023 class, co-host of Ripping the Rack podcast with Brian Atherton and Calvin Locke.
All right. Make sure that microphone's level with your face, Paul, and that should be good. So
My windscreen's missing.
Your windscreen is missing. I think I lost it at Central
My
Park
black
Lanes.
Rudolph nose is missing.
We're gonna do the finals.
Well, hopefully the audio quality isn't suffer. But yeah, we are going to cover this. If y'all don't mind, I think we're going to have to cover this overtime match.
That's right. More for your money. More for free.
Oh yeah, we got this.
We almost had an overtime earlier. Cindy Harrington, Sarah Wright won a squeaker 216 to 250 of Alicia Callie and Glennis McKinley early on. They had beaten Amanda Carroll and Madison River in the first round of the playoffs.
I'll get the setup as soon as we can, but everyone.
So Chris Merrill's 18 through 2, and Tim Matero has 2 10s and a 2-pin lead. And lanes 29 and 30. Lead lanes Nash, New Hampshire, Pro Series men's now. Double duty today. Merrill, beautiful ball. Stars and strikes in South Paris, Maine. And the Fenway Academy runner-up again. The Worlds. Tim Matero. 2-4-6 right. Merrill for spare. Right on. 28 in the ball through 3 in this overtime match. Semifinals next, Greg, right?
You bet.
Matero slides it over to Ghost. How about that one? What a shot for a spare. 2 10s a spare.
We got that on replay. Don't you worry. 2-4-6.
Oh, Greg loves his itchy fingers in the instant replay.
Oh,
Played it right off the wall, too.
burning.
Is Kevin Burns trying to take over your fingertips here on the instant replay?
I have no idea what to make of that comment.
Kevin, you doing instant replay today too?
No.
That's Greg's job.
Yeah, Mike.
All right, Merrill spread eagle on the spare 4. Tough one there. 32 through 3. Matero pounds the pocket. 4, 7, 8, 10. Merrill, same spot. Tim 36 through 3 in the round of 8. Quarterfinals.
Can't break up the split.
This is a tough one. Very capable of making it. Oh, what a try. Still bowling on a high level when he's healthy.
What do you mean he can't bowl Easter Classic? Come on. a topic he's brought up many times on his Ripping the Rack podcast.
And Merrill goes to the Oreo cookie, got the cream in the middle, left the wafers on the outside for a tough 5 after a spread eagle 4 fill. That's Cannon from bowling. And just 37 through 4, Tim cheering him on. And meanwhile, Matero 9, 45, 37, 8-pin lead. And Mark Weber up next.
Tim Matero co-hosts Ripping the Rack podcast alongside Calvin Locke, Brian Atherton, and now Mike McIntosh. Brand new.
Oh, boy. That'd be fun. Hopefully not Mike McIntosh 1.0 on that. Sneakers will be involved.
Jury's out on that.
Matero goes right for 5. Merrill trying to pick it up right on the nose.
Tim Matero qualified with 609. His partner Mark Weber qualified with 571.
Matero, 1 of the 9. Merrill, a 9. Disappointing 46 half with that spread eagle 4 in the middle.
Ball to go in Matero's case. Tim Jalbert qualified with 645 and Chris Merrill 604 for a second place partnership total of 1249.
Tim at 8, 53 half. Good enough for a 7-pin lead. Here come the Ancabolas. It's Tim, Jim, and Jalbert. Out of Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. Does a great job with the youth program also. And Mark Weber won the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour, their only season in Maine in 2023. A must-see match of a lifetime with Mark Carey, a thriller down to the last ball. August 1st, 2023, from Newport Entertainment Center, Newport, Maine. Those pins fly there. Jalbert 2-4-7-6 to the right without wood.
Whoa.
Weber crossing over.
Kind of a skip lob there.
High key skip lob.
3-6-10, the 8, the 9 behind the 3. Jalbert trying to kick it over. Good bid. Got 2 of the 4. Weber starts and stops. Back and forth. And goes for the spare, but can't reach the 9. Jalbert takes the short wood for a 9 to start a string. Weber a 9. It's still a 7-pin lead for Matero and Weber right now in this overtime match in the quarterfinals.
And each side only has 1 mark, but Tim Matero's higher pinning and the 2 extra bonus pins he's got so far sees Matero and Weber ahead. 1 string, that's it.
So I'm joining the party today. Who's next? Who's in the semifinals here next?
So Zuffelato and Fontaine survived their match. We know that much.
And there's a banana split for Casey McCool, Lakeside Lanes. Always hungry for banana splits. Still growling.
Ooh, boy.
Would look better than that. 6 right.
If the wood sits, it may not be impossible.
Now, I call that shot, instead of peanut, I call it the banana split. So Casey McCool in the Atlantic Camp and Singles would always say, I'm hungry on the stream. I'm hungry. Every time I got a banana split. So I just give him homage for saying that.
Homage.
Homage.
Fromage? Oh, I could go for some.
Believe it or not, Paul, that's only the second one we had today on this
Really?
set.
You had a 3 over there earlier today, but Casey's still hungry.
Somehow.
Everyone has Casey McCool. Jalbert a 10. 19 through 2. Weber a 9. And Tim gets a pin back. It's a 6-pin lead right now for Weber and Matero on the left. They'll switch lanes after the halfway point of the string.
Mark Weber wearing the Huff Power Sports shirt. That's a men's world's team. Or it actually went by another team, but team name, but that's Matt Huff's company.
Yep.
He and Vanessa Huff?
Yep. 4 for Jalbert, tough one here. Polls for Academy 2, the 3 seed in the Friday Night Pro League. They won a couple of years ago, the whole thing.
7, 9, 10.
Interesting wood, though. 2 pieces in front. Jalbert trying to pick it off. Great try. Slides around.
Look!
And almost got it.
Oh, man! I'm too slow on the button.
On the instant replay button, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
He did give it a good ride, though.
Yeah. And that piece of wood didn't work out for Weber. It couldn't do the job for both the 9 and 10.
Jalbert right on for a 10. 29 through 3 without a mark. And Weber a 9. They gain a pin back. It's down to 5.
Yep, 80 to 75.
Low scoring string, but it's close.
I have the backup on mine as well, but thank you for confirming that's what the official scoreboard says. The ones you see on your screen are unofficial. They got the string views here. Yeah,
Jalbert on the right side of the 1, comes back for the 2. 1-4-7, a lane 30, back to 29. And Mark Weber, nice ball there. He's got the 7 to go for a spare as the 9 collapses.
another skipper on a foul line, but a little more subtle than last time.
The ball is, the ceiling is much higher here than it is in All Play Family Center in Belfast, Maine. Weber trying to get a spare, but Jalbert missed number 1 there. Frustrated with that one.
I'm told Mark Weber and Mark Harry had a really great match at Newport. Anyway.
He gets it for a spare. That was the best 5 match ever called. That was just thrilling.
Yep. Yeah. ACST Maine back when that was a division.
1 year only. Jalbert gets a 10.
For now.
5-pin lead plus the ball for Weber and Matero on the left.
It's not a lack of willingness, it's just logistics.
Let's just tell you, 5-string format, 19 strikes combined. I'll just say that, 19 strikes combined. And that's a lane reset on 30. Jim wants a strike.
No,
Can he take that, he said.
no, that's a.
Why not? He's playing up to his camera. Knowing Tim, I believe he's streaming on Candlepin Chat concurrently with this.
His wife Sarah, Jalbert here in attendance. Their daughter, where's Tatum today? She didn't want to come. What's wrong with Tatum? She's probably out with the boys.
And how the 2 pinfalls.
Tatum's 15. She's good goal on the rise. She's funny, very funny, though. I know that girl.
Yeah.
I always say when I see her.
So round of 8 match in progress right now. As semifinals coming on up. I see Harris and Waters are still in the pit.
Sonia Johnson just won her title with Melissa Rich in the women's side. Watch it on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. It's subscribe. It's free. Now over 1,725 videos, over 4,100 subscribers, free of charge. Jalbert off the delay. Diamond right. Weber trying to get a double-digit lead. It's 5 plus this ball. He gets a lucky 7. The lead is 12. 1, 2 in the 10.
Bit of collision there.
Hope he has insurance.
Fender bender.
Jalbert, he got it. Spare.
Spare on a diamond.
49 the ball through 5. Weber can't reach the 10, and now they can cut it back to single digits when he's up next. And I finally get to say my phrase after this ball from Weber. He gets no good, I think, a 9. Hit the ocean?
I'm not so sure. Bowler's call as ever.
No,
I couldn't see it.
That was legal.
10, so 54. Let's get an update from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart. I've been waiting to say it all day, Greg.
Oh, you couldn't help yourself. 107 to 95.
Like your instant replay button.
I couldn't either. So you see 1 mark per bowler and yet a dozen pins in favor of Matero and Weber. So we take a look here. Now, mind you, that's 12 pins minus a mark by Jalbert. That's part of it. So really it's only a 1 mark advantage. But the pinning is helping out as well. Merrill, a tough 5 box there along the line. It's the littlest things that can make the biggest of differences.
See, I make fun of myself too, Kevin. I don't get all bent out of shape when I make fun of myself. You know, I can joke around. All right, back to live action. Tim Matero, second half of the overtime match in the quarterfinals, 9.
I thought you were going to the.
Chris Merrill, 6 in the 10.
Paul, I thought you were going to the station ID.
Well, I haven't got to that yet. Thanks for reminding me, though.
It's overtime, people. We're working on a tight timetable.
Oh, Tim just missed it. Wants that one back. Furious. Weber connects for a spare. They got 2 marks on the board. Lead is 12 right now, Greg. Pen in this box. Tim, a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Not a good time for that. 10. He's not happy about that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't really want to replay that one. I'm sorry, Tim. I really wanted to replay this one by Chris.
Sure.
I swear, it's artificial intelligence. It's overtaking everything.
AI is all messed up.
Please, humanity has no sense of culpability for AI's takeover.
Terrell, only 4, gets a 6-pack. Check his ID. On the bonus, 7 for 8 for Merrill, 6 in the 7.
Technology is so divisive. Anyway, 4 pins the margin, and Jalbert's got a spare. So actually,
Matero almost got it.
I'd say Merrill and Jalbert have the advantage now.
Merrill, what a try, just beyond the
Almost
7.
made it. The tail of that pin just...
You know, Channel 7 is a crazy... They should call it the alliteration station. Ski ball 50 the 100 shot for 9. Merrill gains to the 10. Quick update from Greg on the score.
3 pins now the advantage right now for Weber and Matero, but Jalbert has the extra spare, so it's really 3 pins minus a ball, so really Merrill and Jalbert have the advantage, like I mentioned.
Like Channel 7, wacky wild weather, Just stupid things like that.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you all here on the World Wide Web, able to access Candlepin Bowling Network here on YouTube. Please like and follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube so you're always in the know about the latest Candlepin content.
I guess Greg likes Channel 7. He shut me off.
There's nothing interesting on Channel 7. NBC moved.
Well, your alliteration channel, Channel 7.
Local reference, excuse us.
Steaming summer season. Matero trying to work it out. Same spot.
Same spot. Very
Merrill,
good.
another spare.
Let's give Tim a couple more drinks.
They have the virtual lead now. Tim threw a 153 in the U.S. Invitational Finals here. I called that match. The Leda Lanes here back in 2020. 2021. When Canada wasn't here due to COVID. And Tim's struggling all of a sudden.
I'm afraid to say 1 pin and 2 balls is the lead for Merrill and Jalbert right now.
1 pin for Merrill right now, right? 1 pin
Yeah,
lead
exactly.
plus 2 bonus balls.
Mm-hmm.
A big swing. They're down 12. A cup of coffee ago.
They're talking about something. I missed it, though.
They're just having some fun.
We'll watch the Tim Jalbert stream later.
Karen Matero in the Hall of Fame possibly next time around. She just missed out last time around. She had a great career herself, 9. Tim's hoping she gets in the 2027 class. She's nominated for 2 cycles.
Same leaf.
Merrill's skill is so impressive. He's mentioned on a past broadcast he's actually one-eye blind.
Tim raised the flag, spare. And Merrill missed it.
Oh,
And Tim's all fired up. Look at him go.
How did that
A
not
kid
go?
in the candy store.
You'd think it was his first mark, not his second.
And Merrill missed the second, made the third. A Paul Grant special. Never a good time for that. 10.
That's a tough one, Paul, because he hit that right where he had to.
No excuses.
I'm being honest. He hit it right where he had to.
You could be pedantic and be like, oh, if it's a foul by the ICBA
let me
definition.
rephrase a tough PGS. How's that? Quick update from Greg.
No, that's all. My ranting is irrelevant.
That's all, folks. Matero pounds the pocket. Somehow just 6. Can't believe it.
Boy.
Merrill goes right for 6. Overtime match, one string. Would it be something to tie again?
Merrill and
Double
Jalbert.
overtime.
No.
Merrill and Jalbert leave by 3 pins and an extra box. Maybe 2 boxes if they tie again, but I do not know the Pro Series rule on this.
I think you're right about that. We'll find out. Matero from the mark. Oh, what a try. Merrill off target there. And Tim mocking him in good fun.
Tim Jalbert, yeah.
Try to keep it loose. Meanwhile, Tim gets a 10. And
Matero.
Merrill, an 8. They gain 2 back. 5 blocks to go. Let's get a quick update from Greg Gouillart.
It's 1 pin plus an extra mark here. Sorry, it's flipped back around as Mark Weber gets up on 30, but 1 pin plus ball advantage for Merrill and Jalbert. Should be 159, 158, I hope.
You are correct.
Good. Oh, I see. The game total's the only one we can go
it
by.
Throws you off. The scoreboard has different readings on it. And Weber's a chance for
I
a
have it
spare,
right
1
here.
or 2. Jalbert for a double-digit lead potentially. He does with 9. It's a 10-pin lead with 5 to
Massive.
go. Weber for a spare. Missed it. Big swing here. Jalbert for another mark. Bang!
And having been in the pit with near him at the Worlds, there was few better at getting hype than Tim Jalbert.
Weber to 9, 11-pin lead plus the ball. 4 boxes to go for the right to the semifinals.
Even if you're bowling poorly, he will pick you up. He just has some gravitas about him that makes everyone around him better. He bowls on Academy 2 in the Friday Night Pro League.
Bowls like 3 days a week.
Weber could use a mark. Needs some marks. Needs at least 2. 3, 9 to 10. No wood. No luck. Jalbert right side. Spin 6. Not bad. 17-pin lead. Weber could use it. No. Got a mark out now. More than likely.
Just leaving it a little light.
Jalbert too full.
Weber does have racetrack to run this down still, but you're right. A mark out is probably required.
Tough 7.
Ooh, especially now.
Jalbert trying to gain 3 and does not. 7-7. 7 up.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity on that third ball for both there. Could have created a swing here. But
17.
Mark Weber on 70. Matero on 104. Merrill 110.
What's the lead? I can't see on the screen. Here, the
I'm
lead.
sorry. The lead is 17. I haven't gotten the...
All right, 17 is lead, and we have 3 boxes to go.
Yep, that's official as well. That was going by my count, but now it's official.
Weber, spread eagle of all times. That's a youch. Yikes and ouch. Y-O-U-C-H.
Please put it in the dictionary so he stops asking. Please.
I didn't say it.
In a way, you did.
I baited you. Weber, good try. And must double strike more than likely now. Not necessarily. Jalbert won't go. That keeps him alive. Can still do it 2 marks with big fills.
And somebody's got to retrieve the deadwood now. Great.
Kevin, that's your job, isn't it?
Not when I'm in the booth.
8 for Weber, and they're going to drop another pin at least. Maybe 2.
So yeah, as Jalbert will probably go ahead has a chance to go ahead 19 if he grabs this pin here. Weber would need something like a strike spare. It is still possible, but we're at the point where you have to start throwing a strike on command.
Austin Mons retrieving that wood. The Easter Classic champion from last year, that 203 third string set the tone. Jalbert gains with a 10. And now 2 blocks to go. It's a 19-pin lead, right, Greg?
Yep, 19 pins.
No marks on the board.
Yep. Weber needs to throw a strike somewhere, and he's throwing a couple of vaporizers at the 1-7-10. I remember that.
That's not going to help.
How about a half Worcester?
Spare? Yeah. If he spares it, he's still alive, but you see the path is narrowing.
Jalbert off the wall, 5, maybe 6. It's 5, make it 6. 1, 5, 8, 9.
Mr. Spread Eagle standing up.
Weber now in trouble now.
King of the Palace called this the flux capacitor.
Double strike a must. That may not be enough. Jalbert trying to put it away.
Oh,
Yes!
what a shot.
That should do it. To
What
get to the
a
semifinals. Weber at 9.
He played it full like a Spread Eagle.
And he's halfway to Maine now.
Yeah, he does exactly what he did. Play it full like a normal Eagle.
Nor did the wood deflect it away.
But what a bright future he has, Mark Weber. 11-time Maine 11-time champion with Mark Weber and Jeff Lapierre, Maine money match. We need Chuck DeRoches to challenge him. Weber trying to finish strong with 8. Jalbert, 7.
That's going to do it.
They're on to
7. Yes, that's
semifinals.
it.
Yeah, that did it.
Weber spare the 10th.
You called it, Kevin. It was mathematical with that ball.
Yeah, it was. Because Weber needed to throw a bomb and just miss. So Jalbert and Merrill are going to move on.
A
So-
10-box update from Greg for the final score.
Yep, tough one for the Ripping the Rack podcast and Hall of Famer, Ripping the Rack podcast host and Hall of Famer, and for the Maine ACST champion, Mark Weber. But
That's a good
not
place
much
to
to be
leave.
ashamed of there. What a great run by the pair.
Weber 7, Phil. Let's get the final total from Greg Gouillart.
Switching it back around, Matero and Weber happened to match in 104. What do you know? 208. Chris Merrill and Tim Jalbert both better, 110 and 118 for a combined total of 228.
An overtime win. The semifinals next on Candlepin Bowling Network.
All right. We'll be right back in just a moment, folks. It should start soon, though. And welcome back. Semifinal getting underway. We have Nick Norcross and Kai Hunt on lane 30. And on lane 29, Justin Waters and Danny Harris back to our coverage. Strike! Kai Hunt with a hammer. Yeah, sorry, Paul.
This guy is fun to watch. Kai Hunt.
Already is.
Now in Augusta, Maine. Father Brent Hunt here in attendance. He has 32 strings of 170 or higher already. And Waters roll Justin Waters out of Natick, Massachusetts. 2-4-7-6 right. This is the semifinals. Waters 2 in the 6. I love his golf. He's a golf professional at Marlboro Country Club. Gives lessons. You can contact him on Facebook or at Marlboro Country Club. But look at that style translate to his bowling. Look at that rhythm swing.
Yeah,
One of the best balls in the game.
he relates everything to his golf game, he mentions.
And ain't that time. Thanks, Justin. Didn't help my cause there, but right in the middle.
I don't have time to replay that Hunt hammer, I'm afraid, but
That was pretty.
There's a strike for Kai, trying to double it up. He had a triple strike in the main states last year in the APH average for handicap. In the final box, the 100th box in the match against
Sorry, folks. I tried to keep 33-34 in view. You'll have to go to the Cubica score, pull down the YouTube description to follow along with that match.
It's too far off to our right.
Nick Zuffelato and Aaron Fontaine on the left scoreboard, and Tim Jalbert and Chris Merrill on the right scoreboard.
I'm actually watching it right now.
Hunt 9, 19 through 1.
Thank you.
He beat Willard Dyer, who's been in the finals twice the last 2 years in the APH at 70 years old. Kai 20, 21 at the time. Gets a 10, 19 through 1, 29 through 2 now.
Fritchie and Fontaine are up early in that match.
Waters a 10, 18 through 2.
So Josh Daly had been on the Pro Series top of the leaderboard the whole time, but now Danny Harris, who is in second place, has gone higher in qualifying and further in this playoff round. I wonder if there's any chance he might actually have the points to pass at this point from second to first.
Kai Hunt collapses 9. Boy, he's fun to watch. He bowls the fastest house in Maine, Newport Entertainment Center, Newport, Maine, but boy, he can zing it. They won the last money match at Extra Lanes.
I was actually at that match. They were on fire. Him and Sean Morrison.
Hunt right on, spare. And he keeps us calm. He has doesn't lose his mind. He throws a bad ball, just turns around, throws the ball. Very impressive for his age. Waters picks it up. He's on the board. 28 in the ball through 3. Hunt rolling, 39 in the ball through 3. 11-pin lead. One-string match, the right to the finals.
Yep, and even the finals are a one-string match as well.
We do a two-string final, the ladies Kennel Prince of Kansas 220 scratch event September 6th.
Yeah.
Now it's advice I got from the ladies. I like the two-string finals. Hunt, right in the nose. Perfect shot, spread eagle. 43 through 3. Waters' turn on the bonus. He crosses over, gets a check mark. 6. 34 through 3. Hunt. Oh, what a bid that was.
He got a zinger right to left, but it was too far back. If you want some lessons, Tyler, you're getting them now, that's for sure. Good to see you, Mike Nardone, as well.
Waters got the 5 out of the way.
This does not get easier. This is upwards of the 9th string for some folks.
Kai takes a 9, 52 through 4. Nick Norcross in the on-deck circle, as is Danny Harris, the fireballer. Finding that pro league team lost 8 to extra last night. They're up 1 point in the standings now with 12 to go in the season. Waters, nice out, only 2 though for 9.
Same 9 at least.
43 through 4. The lead is 9 for Hunt and Norcross.
Basically, that strike is decisive at this moment in time.
And that is nothing in this matchup. Greg with his sky bar.
Thanks, Paul.
Didn't indulge in it yet, but Kevin's.
If Skybar updated their marketing, that's not a lane breakdown. That's just indicating that it needs to reset.
Well, they went out of business. Necco went out of business with the Necco wafers. They make the sky bars, and the company in Sudbury, Mass makes them now. And you give them a market basket, 2 for $1 back in 2019, 2020. Now they're 2 for $3 with inflation.
And now you know about our regional groceries, folks.
The sky bar, 4 chocolate flavors, 4 chocolate bars with 4 delicious flavors. Kind of like Brido on the Three Stooges. Chocolate, vanilla, and raspberry.
Well, when the sweep comes down, it's not always a breakdown, but it could imply the pins just aren't making it in, so now it is a breakdown. Justin Waters got 642 in qualifying. Danny Harris, 676. And then Kai Hunt, 605, and Nick Norcross, who we'll see in a moment, 583. Nick Norcross with a chance to make the other doubles final in the Pro Series, having already done so at Academy Lanes with Nate Fontaine. So while we wait on that, 1-7 made for Jalbert.
That match is pretty much dead even right now.
You can follow along there as well. Now the sweep, I thought was in motion. Nope, that's just the pin cam. I got juked.
Kevin, you go down and fix that machine?
Massachusetts just did.
No.
Well, that's actually my favorite.
You fixed machines for quite a few years, huh?
What?
You fixed quite a few machines in your day.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Daly.
I actually fixed a few of these in my day, too.
Back to live action. Kai Hunt with a check mark right. Good start again for him. His team has an early lead. Plenty of time left. One-string match. Waters pounds 8, 4 in the 10. See if that wood can help. Hunt. Oh, almost got it. The 5 survives. The king.
We've seen some sweep from behind spares on this side of the house as well. Could have happened. If that is Al Johnson, he says Kai Hunt is the next big gun. Amen to that.
Definitely one of them. Waters won't go. Hunt way off target there for a 9. That's a Paul Grant shot.
I think I have heard Alfie say that opinion in person as well, mind you.
He's big on Justin Waters also. Rightfully so. 61 for Kai. Waters a 9. And he ends up with a
52 half it should be.
So a 9-pin lead for Kai Hunt. And Nick Norcross, who steps up on lane 30 and lane 29. Watch out for this guy, Danny Harris. He has like 7 400s in the Friday Night Pro League. He had 1 last year.
Outrageous.
And Dave Godwin's had 4 this year in the last 5 weeks or so.
Yep. Fontaine just buried the pocket.
And all the pins, I'm guessing.
The left-hander goes right for 3.
Nick Norcross has been fighting off an injury bug recently. I think with his hip, people noticed it at the 117.
And Harris, a strike.
Huge hit, Danny Harris.
You know, I think I made a comment during the broadcast when you guys were up in Maine saying that Nick was off.
He literally is.
He's had some knee issues too, like myself.
Yeah, he's definitely off. Now that I'm seeing him for the first time physically today, he is off.
And
they're cashing pretty good with an 8.
And whether it's because we're nosy journalists and we're asking more, or whether this actually is a phenomenon, we're seeing more and more the wear and tear of Candlepin really come about as many of our favorite names, frankly, have been weathering injury bugs and have just not been their usual selves.
Norcross trying to find the pocket, does not, gets 3 again.
But this too shall pass, I firmly believe.
Harris on the strike, half Worcester, 3 in the 9. Brutal.
Candlepin Bowling Network featuring the best of the best and the best of the future best as well.
And best of the past.
And present. There's a lot of overlap.
And future.
He already covered future.
Just in case you missed it the first time.
Oh, okay.
Let's do the time warp again.
9 for Norcross.
I'm already in the Twilight Zone.
17 through 2.
We're just combining references all over the place. Anyway.
Harris a 7 after a strike fill of 7. 24 through 2. Quick update from Greg on the score.
Gap is currently 2 pins, no marks standing for Hunt and Norcross, currently in the lead at the moment.
But Danny shaved 7 off that deficit.
Yep, 2 marks aside now, so that's why it's a question of few pins.
Here's something interesting. Tim Jalbert has 4 spears, all 8 fills.
Huh. Crazy 8s. Harris 3-9, 7-10. Nick 1-3, 6-10 on lane 30. Here in Nashua, New Hampshire at Leda Lanes on the Easter Classic. April 20th. Nick shots up the 3.
Kevin's keeping an eye on it. You can too. Pull down the YouTube description to see the Cubica score.
Harris got behind. 3 in the 7.
An 82 half for Tim Jalbert.
Woo. He's jamming.
Up 27.
9 for Norcross, 9 for Harris. 2-pin lead still for Hunt and Norcross.
Every pin. Maybe a mark could blow it open. Maybe it never will.
Chris Merrill is working on a spare, and Aaron Fontaine is at 63 plus 2.
That's a big match with Exeter and Central 3 last night. It was a return of what happened to them last time. They lost 8-0. They returned the favor. 8-0 this time for Exeter.
Well, Fritchie.
What a championship match it's going to be in the Friday Night Pro League, Greg, in May.
What a wild result yesterday as well.
Yeah, good bid. 7-10.
I watched your stream, I confess, but Bob Lee had the 3-4 position night.
Harris, good try. Inadvertently.
Wasn't Bob supposed to help you out last night?
Was that an audible called? We'll get to that in a second.
It was Central 3 at Exeter. He went to Academy Lane, so something went wrong.
Oh.
I saw all the lineups, but somehow he must not have read the memo. It happens.
Well, he covered a good match all the same, though.
Yeah, we got double coverage, right?
That's a Bob Ross happy accident.
That's right.
As both bowlers get 9 here.
Thanks, Stephen Muller, for helping me keep score last night for one of the scores for Exeter last night. Made it a lot easier. Tough to do with manual scoring. Here's Nick Norcross. Can't find the pocket again.
Oh.
Not happy. Harris, right side, 6'9", 10.
Norcross tripped an extra. The lefty's going to have a tough time hitting the 1-3 pocket, but not too tough for him. Yet another representative of the Academy Lanes Worlds team.
For a spare. No.
Little.
6, stubborn. Harris, good bid. Comes back for the 5. It falls. Spare. Norcross at 10. Let's get an update halfway through the semifinals on Campbell Bowling Network.
It's 2 pins, minus 2 pins plus a ball for Waters and Harris, so they have the advantage right now as we see this go one more time on instant replay, and then we'll bring up the full scoreboard. Waters and Harris ahead effectively, even though they trail by 2 pins and pins knocked down.
Now they switch sides. Justin Waters out of Ryan's Millis, Mass.
Oh,
it touched it.
1-1 in the ACST finals, going for a second title, the first one to try to get 2 titles.
that headpin still wants to fall, I think.
Yeah, we had a leaning pin over there also. I'll tell you about a story for Cheryl Nealon had earlier today. Waters trying to send it over. He does! Off the wall, spare.
Beauty.
Hunt, missed number 1. No kickback for him.
That pin was leaving.
And 2 marks to none for Waters and Harris, down 2 right now.
Just seems like an unstoppable duo for now, even though Hunt and Norcross are still very much in this.
A 10.
1-7 again. We take another look at it here. Waters getting on the right side of this headpin, sending the pin across and into the wood and into the 7.
3 for the lead in this one-string semifinals. Beautiful ball, bombs away, baby! Strike on spare. They take the lead. First one, Bob Lee. You keeping track? Kai flies over the 8, wouldn't come down for a landing, and momentum has swung the other way. 2 marks to none for Waters. They're up 8 right now. Kai at 10.
This is Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, a 36-lane facility. Well, lovingly taking care of all these wooden lanes, a world-class facility hosting many TV shows you can see by the yellow lights overhead on 33 and 34, and lots of international tournaments as well.
Waters on a strike.
The Howards do a great job. That's all set.
After a spare for double, that close. Wiggle in the 10. 2 pieces, strike for Hunt. Crush the pocket.
Hunt is one of the most explosive deliveries, and that's the result at the other end.
He doesn't turn around, chirp, or talk. He just sits there and turns around. Waters, another one.
What's a
spare,
good boy?
Strike, spare. Waters world.
Hunt strike one more time, and the almost strike, almost double on Waters' end. 9-pin last.
92 through 7, 102 plus a ball in the 8th. You had a 52 half. He's filling it on lane 30. On the extra session, another good ball. 7, make it 8. Even better. Hunt on a strike, 2. And Waters at the 110 through 8. 52 and 4, 58 the last 4. 52 through 5, I should say. Another one, 4 in a row.
How much is bonus money?
120 the ball.
So dialed right
That'd
now.
be $100 in bonus money on Campbell's Cancer Show. $50 now.
21 pins and 2 balls now, the lead for Waters and Harris.
Hunt, what a try. Almost got it. Could have used it. And Waters and Harris taking control right now.
So an extra stick now, 22 plus 2 balls. I express it as assuming par 10. That wood is not rolling back on 33. Give up.
No, it's rolling, but now it's stopped. It's barely moving.
Good time to paint the house now. Maybe it might dry before it stops.
I'm just griefing. Waters is going to reset before anyone notices it's a lemon drop. Just kidding.
I just saw it. $1, Justin. I'll tease him about that.
On the pin center?
Yeah.
That's harsh.
No
mercy. No mercy.
No, not when the machine resets it.
I'll tease him about it anyway. What the heck?
Yep.
Nothing venture, nothing gain. It's a fun way to help a great cause. 14 families helped from lemon drops alone the last 2.5 years. I make no apologies. Waters 5 in the fill. Hunt, meanwhile, can't get the 8 to fall. 3, 6, 10 on the right. They need some marks.
Lemon drop preferring the 4 pin or the 6 pin taken out on the first ball.
5 in a spare strike, 10 in the double strike. Waters for 5 in a row. Nails it! On fire!
Well, when you're on, you're on.
Hunt, that won't go.
That's a mark-perfect back half for Justin Waters. Take a look again. He's at 135 plus a ball as Hunt takes a 9, excuse me. Vaporized.
7 pins is the difference next to us.
Step aside from Waters in his own world. Another good ball. Add 7 more. What a string. 142 in the semifinals. Justin Waters, World Waters.
Fontaine just threw a double.
Wow.
Freshies.
I wonder if is Freshie audible on our mics?
Yes,
I wonder.
that's Freshie, yep.
Yeah, that's fresh.
And Zuffelato and Jalbert combined can probably blow the roof off this place.
No,
Danny Harris, 6 on his mark. Nick Norcross, they're in trouble now.
The lead is 41 now.
In the miracle zone yet, Greg?
Pretty much.
Copyright by Greg Gouillart.
A miracle required, in other words, at this
I
point.
only said smidge once. I only one royalty fee. The Skybar makes up for it.
That 7 was hit, but Norcross can't get it.
Harris another mark off the wall. Can't reach the 10. That was for a 10 box anyway, so it's a 9. Nick Norcross a 9. 4 box to go. And it looks like Waters and Harris are going on to the finals. Not officially yet, but near close.
Yeah.
Al Johnson just said Waters is fun to watch.
I mentioned earlier, he's really high on Justin Waters, and rightfully so.
Statement of fact.
Now a deadly bowl in his prime. World record 10 strings, 15-25. He says more proud of the WCBC Pro Tour 50 and 60 string Pro Series,
Ooh, 10-pin lead for
Record.
Norcross.
which is the total pinfall for the whole Pro Series for a whole season. He says more proud of that than the 10 stringer, 15-25, which no one's come close of late. 10 string the norm back then, unlike now.
Although then again, you consider the Pro Series is basically 10 strings worth of bowling, but for Harris and Waters, who had the bye, or one of them anyway.
Each of the 10. 3 box to go, Greg?
3 boxes each, and it's 41 pins still, so now we're definitely needing something along the lines of divine intervention.
Triple strike.
And I misspoke. Hunt and Norcross qualified 5th. They had a first-run bye. Excuse me.
The lead has changed. It's now in favor of Fontaine and Zuffelato.
Double strike, the power of the double strike.
Mm-hmm.
I used that reference earlier today.
Yeah.
He's starting to rub off on me.
That's a good thing or a bad thing? Probably a bad thing.
Yeah, probably.
See, I can make fun of myself.
22 pin, 21 pins.
Nick Tickles, the one gets a laugh out of that one sarcastically. Too much Harris, too much Waters, especially Waters early on. That second half,
I think Nick Norcross and Craig Holbrook have the best annoyed faces in the game, where they just have that furrowed lip of just like, ugh.
Waters had a 90-second half, right?
Yes, he did.
Incredible.
40 bonus pins. There you go.
He's in his own world, Waters' world. He wants that elusive Pro Series title next.
That is a reference to a television show. Look at this
Yeah,
mix.
he has 2 T's. He has 1
Oh,
T.
come
this?
on.
Wow.
This is Danny Harris of old.
I don't know if the replay is going to catch all this, but I'm going to try anyway.
It's Danny Harris of old. He
That
used
is-
to do that all the time.
That is not a head pin hit, but it is a spare. Sorry, Paul.
That's all right. No, 2 T's versus 1 T though in Waters here. 1 T for Justin.
Right.
But one big W coming up to go to the finals next. Kevin, you get an update in the other match? It's winding down over there to our right.
Oh, we're going to see this first ball. Look at this. Look at this. Then the 4 pin, then the 2, then the head pin, then the 3, and the 5 all this at the same time.
Yeah, and that's Danny Harris of old.
Ridiculous.
It's Danny Harris of now.
Yeah, true. Looks like it's going to be against Fontaine and Zuffelato against Harris and Waters in the finals
Harris 9. Norcross 2.
because they're up 21.
They had a 9-pin lead halfway through the first string for the first bowl at Kai Hunt on Justin Waters. Justin Waters just a stunning second half. Congratulates Kai Hunt.
Third ball, Norcross.
And watch out for this guy, Kai Hunt. A force to be reckoned with for years and years and years.
So Nick Norcross, another deep playoff run. He's currently
a tough
115 final string. They combine for
Norcross is 18th in the standings, but yeah.
87 string.
Yeah, so 201 is their partnership total.
And Harris ended up with what, a 130 was it?
Should be 120.
120, okay.
Quintessential pro string, 3 spares and a strike. Let's see the full scores
They
here.
a 262. Justin Waters set the tone.
Yep,
They're in the finals, correct.
It flips back around as you see it. Waters and Harris now on their left side. We see 262, an average of 131, which again is a mutant average for a pair of guys. 120 is average anyone would be happy with. That is exceptional.
And the update on the other side, they're in their final box. It looks like it's Fontaine and Freshie in the finals.
I just said that.
And Dave Barber said we have to move the table across the room. We're moving the table across the room, right, Dave?
Committing slander. The finals are going to be on 31-32. I'm going to adjust the camera now. Folks, we'll be right back with the hang on. We have our official from the semifinals, so we will be right back in just a moment. And welcome back. It's the finals of the Candlepin Pro Series Knockout Doubles, featuring our finalists Justin Waters and Danny Harris versus Aaron Fontaine and Nick Zuffelato. On lanes 31 and 32 here at Leda Lanes, this is Candlepin Bowling Network. My name is Greg Gouillart. I'm alongside Kevin Burns, and on the play-by-play, Paul Grant.
Hello, Greg. Hello, Kevin. How you doing?
Doing good, Paul. How are you?
Here we go. One string finals, overtime, one string of the tie. If it's double overtime, 2 boxes till somebody wins. Nick Freshie Zuffelato, 4-7-10. The finals underway. Justin Waters, a ridiculous 142 semifinal, 92nd half. Goes right for 4, looking for his first elusive Pro Series title. Oh, he's knocking on the door.
Zuffelato won the skins. Waters came close at O'Lindy's Quincy.
Freshie trying to kick it over. Oh, right behind the 10.
Wow. That went right behind it.
Waters, nice bid, won't carry. 2 in the 7.
Freshie gets a 10 pin. That's a 10 box there.
Waters trying to match to start the match. And he missed. He's a deadly pinner. That time didn't get it for a 9. A great pinner back in the day. Al Johnson, Hall of Famer, and Candlepin's cancer founder. Charlie Drew just always told him to hit the single pins. The easiest one to pick up of all the pins standing.
Justin Waters currently 12th place in the Pro Series standings. Mentioned O'Lindy's his best showing. Didn't do half bad in Augusta either. Won 7-10 mixed doubles.
Freshie 5-9, 2 pieces, 3 hanging around. Waters, beautiful ball, splits 3 and 3. Crazy lead, 4-7-8, 3-6-10. He's got a chance to make this still. His ball can carry that.
Nick Zuffelato, 5th in Pro Series standings, 1 Boutwell skins, and this would be semifinals finisher at Academy Elimination Doubles.
There's a spare. The captain Friday Night Pro League Metro. Waters trying to kick it over. Oh, what a try again. Almost. Leaves up to 6.
Looked like he missed the object pin on that one, Paul.
It was close. And Waters right on for a 10. 19 through 2, down 1, plus a ball. Aaron Fontaine after Nick Freshie Zuffelato. Fireball Danny Harris after World.
Zuffelato and Fontaine were 6th place with an 11.82 in qualifying today. Danny Harris and Justin
Bowling Network on YouTube. Freshie, spare! Stepping up big again, back to back, perfect start. 36 in the ball through 3. Waters, just missed the 3, not by much.
Got a bit of a disconnect. Phew, I think we're okay though.
I paid the bill. Waters at 9. The number you called, 867-5309, has been temporarily disconnected. I always say that after I sing that song at karaoke. Waters at 9, 28 through 3.
Oh, I got that number.
Are you kidding me? You literally just got that.
He's on a 7-second delay.
No. No, I'm with it.
Freshie spare 7 this time after a spare 6. 43 through 3. You're up 15 early on. Waters, nice ball. No split this time. 3 in the 6.
Similar 2 pinners for each of them.
4 in the 8 for Freshie.
Mirror image.
Don't take a look.
Freshie really turns the ball over as he delivers it.
From the spare. He nails it. 3 in a row. 44 through 3. 54 in the ball through 4. Who is this guy? Waters to answer. Does. Spare. 38 in the ball through 4. It's a 16-pin lead, each on a spare in the finals.
Only got to look at Freshie's 2-pinner there, but you see it there. Nick Zuffelato, Freshie, one of the most common nicknames used in the sport.
He has a baby face look, that's why.
Freshman forever.
Just missed right. Lucky 7, going for 4 in a row. 1, 2, 4. What a start. 61 through 4. Waters to answer. He goes on the crossover, gets 5 somehow. 5, 8, 9. Corner post, my goodness. 43 through 4, down 18.
That's almost a pick of fence there, Greg.
Just the 5-pin extra.
Yeah.
Fresh for another one. Just missed by a speck. Trying to get the 71 at the half. Waters trying to pound through. Does. Can't quite get to the 7 to will it.
Rolling.
Hits it, won't fall. How close can you get?
It touched it.
That would have been remarkable. Freshie at 10. Perfect half. 10 in the first, 10 in the fifth. 3 spares in between. 71 through 5. Is that right? 71?
Yes.
Yeah, right. And Waters a 10 to match. He's at 53 and down 18.
That would come so close to tagging that 7-pin.
It tapped it.
It did. That's right.
Justin had the split bug. Freshie got a lot of hits. Went his way. Here's Aaron Fontaine, the grandson of Hall of Famer Aaron Fontaine, the first President's Cup winner in 1987.
Don't you mean Tommy Ulster?
Tom Ulster, what did I say?
Aaron Fontaine.
Yeah, his grandfather is Tommy Ulster. You know what I meant.
Second Pro Series final for Aaron Fontaine this series.
In the same format.
Yeah, double. No, he made the singles elimination, actually.
Okay.
Aaron spread eagle.
Nate Fontaine made the doubles elimination with Nick Norcross.
That's his brother, Danny Harris, trying to get his team going. Down 18 so far. 5 down, 5 to go.
It seems like every Pro Series event I've been at this year, Danny Harris is always in the finals.
Aaron, good try there. Harris first spare, missed left, 179. Their first box of their championship match, 1 string. Aaron, 9. Harris, nice pinning to match. 18-pin lead for the team on the right.
They adjusted it, I don't know. So, there is an audio lag? That's interesting. I'll have to look into that.
We'll get that prize money updated in just a moment. They add it as raffles help out the prize fund. Here's Aaron Fontaine, another good ball. Splitting again. 6 right, 2, 4, 7 left. Here's Danny Harris. He pounds the strike, so he does the same thing, but he's got the 2, 4, 7, 6 mirror shot. Aaron, a piece of wood behind. Aaron, nice try. I call him Awesome Aaron, the new nickname. It could have been Fabulous Fontaine. We went with Awesome instead. He approved. And nice pinning at 10. 19 through 2 in this 1-string championship match. Harris at 9. 18 through 2. The pin more to the lead. It's 19 right now.
Paul, we'll have the prize money after. We don't have it figured out yet.
just made an audio adjustment. We'll see if that tweaks it. Many apologies. I am recording it. If that fixes that issue by any chance, maybe connectivity. We'll see.
Third box for these anchor bowlers. Fontaine, another split. Give him a break. 2-4 in the 6. Harris, he goes left for 5. The head pin falls. No, it is not a head pin hit as it fell from behind, but it is a split with the 8 left. 3-6-10 right on 31. Back to 32 and Aaron Fontaine.
19-pin advantage for Zuffelato and Fontaine right now. Nobody on a mark.
He's out of Bogey Lanes, East Brookfield, Mass. Hall of Fame Steve Reno's house. Good bid again. Harris, what a try off the wall. Can't quite get to the 8.
Danny Harris wearing that lucky pink belt after he lost the Pro Series playoffs. It did fix it? Oh, what a miracle if that's the case.
Yeah, another 10. 29 through 3. Harris slips left for a 9.
Oh, doesn't count even though the pin fell.
27 through 3. And at the lead right now is 20, is it?
Yep, 20 is the lead as that 2-4-6 we see come so close for Aaron Fontaine.
No marks on the board. Greg on the instant replay.
You bet.
You love it.
His new favorite thing.
That's right. His new toy.
Come on, Chad. I'm not the only one, right?
Yes, you are. No, I was kidding. Do a great job. And a class act, by the way, too, may I say. As Fontaine steals the head pin from behind. Harris goes right for the 3-9. Nothing going their way much right now. Oh, Justin threw a great ball in that first half. Not much to show for it, 53 through 5. Aaron splitting a lot himself. This time for a spare. He's on it. 9, 10, 10 spare. 39 in the ball through 4. Harris, that's another half worse. That's Paul and Grant bowling. Only thing worse is a 1-5, a throw in the bunny hole.
I saw someone escape out of this. I'm trying to remember. It might have been Chris Ryder earlier today.
Harris, no, nice out in a sense, I guess. 7.
Saves half a mark. That matters.
34 through 4. Slow start for Harris. His team, Central 3, won the Friday Night Pro League Championship last year and the playoffs. Aaron Fontaine on lane 32 on a bonus. Smooth ball, but too perfect. Clipped wing eagle. 5 is the fill. 44 through 4. 4-4-4. 4 is a wild. Harris 1-3-10. Spears could be wild here. He could use it. Down 20 right now. Plus that mark, so 25 is the lead.
It's more like 28.
28 actually make it. That's right. He had a 7 last box, so 28 is the lead. And just missed number 1, not by much. And they need a tail of 2 halves to win the finals.
Nick Zuffelato comes up so big in these events late.
Aaron, 10. 54 half, 125 combined. Harrison, 9. 43 F. Let's get an update from the Soothing Sounds of Greg Gouillart.
Hi there. 125 to 96. Nick Zuffelato and Aaron Fontaine have the lead. Justin Waters, Danny Harris to 96. Folks, if you want to take a moment, refresh now as we start the second half. If you're having the audio-video lag issue, that should hopefully help out.
All right, the lead right now, Greg, is?
Lead is, what did I just say? 29.
Okay.
There we go.
I took a trip to the Bahamas. I missed what you said. Again.
You went
Waters, nice pocket shot. No split this time, but a hay bale, a bucket shot they call in Canada.
You went to Hawaii with the Bakers.
I wish I did. Freshie, 8. 4 left, 5 right. He had a 71 half. Justin a 53 half. For a spare. Nice shot. Got it to go. Big time shot.
You needed that.
63 in the ball through 6.
How do you snap this one?
Just like that.
Oh, so close. Right behind the 5.
Just like that.
Big swing here.
It twirled off the wall exactly, Kevin, but it went right behind the 5.
Too much room behind the 5. That's
Freshie stays perfect with a 10, 81 through 6 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Justin Waters eminently replayable. This bundle of 5. 7-8, that's off the wall, in fact. And that is a goner.
Waters, big bonus ball here. Goes left. Lucky 7, 1-3 in the 8. 70-6 in the championship one-string match.
22 the deficit now for them.
Freshie goes right for a change. 1-7, 9-10, 2 pieces on the deck.
A lot of missing middle when you go off the sidewall, but blow out the middle 2 rows.
Stole a couple.
Waters needs it. Up the wall. He got it! Treetop, the 8 for a spare. Back to back. It's Waters' world. Hitting the ball through 7.
He's doing what he did in the semifinals.
92nd half. Freshie, what a try that was. Wood comes out of bounds. 9-10. Useless piece of wood to the left.
I'll take a moment to replay now. Why not?
I would.
1, 3, and 8.
And just the coach, he fouled. Went over the line.
Wow.
Look at that one.
Oh,
Wow. Savage.
I think that one was uncalled for, Paul.
He's done a great job. That really has done really good improving that. We're just having some fun with Justin. He's a good kid. He means well, and he's really worked hard in this game. Didn't foul in the live show last week against Keith Ropre. Freshie got a 9. And the lead right now is, what, 21?
21.
Ball for Waters. Going for 3 marks in a row on lane 32.
A strike here would be great.
So Zuffelato Fontaine plus 21 minus this.
On the crossover,
No,
8,
no.
maybe 9, no, 7-10.
Wait,
Here comes the wood to the 10, trying to knock it down.
Oh, it's going to.
No.
Are you serious?
Whatever Kevin says, it does the opposite. Freshie, 8, he's got the 5 and the 7. My goodness, no wood, no luck.
Oh,
And
look,
Waters
Tyler, a 7-10.
at 10, still shaking his boots. And that cuts lead to, what, to 14 right now?
13.
13.
I know that sounds better than most of the people that bowl here.
This would be amazing.
You can never explain everything in Candlepin.
No, you can't.
Oh, right idea. It didn't go. Now go for the short one here. Freshie field goal on the opposite side of the Woolworth shot. The 5 and 10. It's the 5 and 7 here.
Still plenty of time for these pins to matter.
Good crowd watching here on hand and on the line.
Great crowd.
Waters 9.
Big favor, if you're logged into YouTube, please like the video. Go ahead, Paul.
88-7, 97-8. Freshie keeps pace for the 9. 99-8. Quick update from Greg. 7 boxes to go in the championship match.
153 for Zuffelato and Fontaine, 140 for Waters and Harris. Nobody on a mark.
13-pin lead. Baker's dozen for Freshie and Fontaine. Waters, smooth ball off the wall. Can't get the 6 to fall. 7 left. Not the best piece of wood.
I don't know. If you go to the right side on that, that might go.
Better than no wood. Freshie pound 6. 8 in back, 1, 3, 6 in front.
Let's see if it goes.
Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
Let's see if he goes on the right side, because that piece of wood might.
Has to.
No, he
dunked
capped it.
That's what I was afraid of.
He capped it.
Tough break. Freshie 1 in the 8. Waters trying to get at least a 9 here. Down 13 right now. Solid pitting as usual, a 9. 106 through 9. Hit a 142 in the semifinals. The 92nd half, 5 marks. Freshie gains a pin, and it's a 14-pin lead with that 10. 109 through 9, 6 blocks to go.
It's suspicious how quiet Danny Harris was in the first half. I feel like that's just a calm before the storm, possibly. Although Aaron Fontaine coming up, I believe, is 5 for 5 on the head pin. I haven't kept as thorough track as usual.
Waters needs a mark to help Danny Harris out. Sweep 7, another split, 3, 6, and a 7, so he can send it over.
The
I don't like that wood.
blank in front of the 7 helps, but the other piece of wood is rolling back.
I don't like that piece of wood.
Freshie on the quarter. Yikes. A 2. A youch.
I hope that piece of wood dives off the plate. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
This could be a big swing here for Waters. Wood got out of the way. 3, 6, 7.
We got a shot!
Whoa, what a shot! Waters world spear! How about that one?
What a shot.
Clutch shot in the 10th. 116 in the ball. Freshie's turn. Look at this one, 1-5, center Worcester, 4-7-8. This could be a big swing. See what he does here.
And there's no supporting cast for the head pin, no 2-pin, no 3-pin. This could easily go awry.
It was 14, right, going to this box, right?
You have to be full on this. You have to
Freshie,
be dead
big
full.
out, a 6. That's a 4-pin swing. It's down to 10. A strike ties it. Unbelievable. Here we go again.
I'll make sure I don't miss this live, but see if we can quickly get a look here. Boom.
Greg feels better now. Waters to tie with a strike.
No. Down
Gets
5.
half the problem solved. 5. Nice finish. 121 for Justin Waters. Waters, it's a 5-pin lead. 5 box to go. No marks on the board. Let's get an update from Greg Gouillart.
I think that sums it up pretty well. It's 4 marks aside right now, so this is switched around as you see here. But 25 bonus spins for Waters and 24 bonus spins for Zuffelato and Fontaine combined. So
Harris crossing over 5-7-10. Let's see where the wood ends up.
So the pinning is significant for Freshie and Fontaine.
And that is brutal. Aaron Fontaine on the nose. You get a banana split. Where's Casey McCool? He's always hungry. Plus his banana splits.
Aaron Fontaine, all those 10 boxes, that certainly helps with pinning.
Oh, what a try. Oh, the wood got in the way. That may have gone, maybe. It came off the wall, hit the other piece, and fell into the pit.
Someone squealed. Correct reaction. That was a hell of a bid.
Not an easy shot for Fontaine.
This is
He's going right. It goes in the Atlantic Ocean.
I think that was more the Pacific.
That's on the left side.
Yeah, you said Atlantic with a hard P there, but that's okay.
I said Atlantic.
You did. And that's correct.
Harrison 9. Fontaine a 6. And here we go. A 3-pin.
Oh, no.
It's a 2-pin lead. Just like that.
How does that not?
It was, what, 29 earlier, Greg?
Well, and Wood is wedged against the sidewall. That's, yeah, and
A
we saw a
2-pin
14-13 a moment ago.
It's a 2-pin lead for Fontaine and Freshie. 4 box to go. Harris off to the right. 1, 2, 5, 9. Not an easy shot.
Not a good sign when they're calling up mix halfway down the lane, but this is gettable for Harris's ball.
Fontaine off to the right. 4.
It's an old,
1, 2, 4, 8 behind the 2, 6-10 right, Greg.
it's an old chestnut candle pin, but your ball takes it. Might actually apply here.
Harris leads up number 1. Fontaine's had the big lead. They're down to 2 right now in this box. Big shot here. Oh, what a try.
So it's been whittled, but remember, Fontaine and Zuffelato have the lead.
10 for Harris.
Pins matter.
62. I'm sorry, what's that score for him?
Oh, good 10.
Nice 10 to match.
Those 2 pins keep the 2-pin lead.
3 boxes to go, Greg?
3 boxes to go. 2 pins the advantage. Confirming, yes, 185 to 183. That is official. 2 pins up for Fontaine and Zuffelato.
And Danny is overdue for his first mark of this championship 1-string final. Still going. Check mark is now a triangle. 2 middle, 4 left, 5 right without wood. 45% chance to convert. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network.
He does have a piece of wood. It's nudged up.
Aaron, nice ball. 8, 6 and a 10. Decent wood in front. 1 behind. Stays in bounds. Harris for a spare. No. Tough break.
Wow.
Waters can't believe it either.
What a chance for Fontaine now, and the plank in front of the 6 and 10 is really helping.
For a spare. Yes! Huge spare.
Has to be filled, but that is significant.
Was it 29, Greg, at one time? Or 30? They were down?
Yeah.
Harrison 9, so it's a 3-pin lead, plus a ball from Fontaine.
Yeah, Waters and Harris have battled back. 3 mark back half for Justin Waters.
2 boxes to go. Again, if we tie a 1-string roll-off, we tie again a 2-box roll-off till somebody wins. I mean, it's double overtime. An overtime match earlier in the quarterfinals.
Freshie giving Fontaine an extensive pep talk.
That won't help half Worcester. Danny not having the string he wanted.
If they win, I'll be curious what Nick said in that.
So good, just having a tough string here. Still can finish strong and still win it. But Aaron trying to make a statement here. Beautiful ball, but look at this. Spread eagle plus the 8. Cruel game, 3. 6-pin lead, right, Greg?
Yes.
6-pin lead, 2 boxes to go. Can Harris A 1 in 5 chance in the half Worcester for a spare. He almost got it. He did get it! Whoa! Delayed spare! Huge shot! His first spare of the night. Took a moment to develop.
He needed
Big
that.
swing.
And,
He needed that.
and now Fontaine has 2 very lonely deliveries to make on lane 31.
That wasn't as good as a Buffalo champ, Matt Nichols. Fontaine, beautiful ball. Got 3 of the 4.
I talked to
Put on your seatbelts, folks. It's coming down to the last box.
I talked to Mark Ritchie about throwing less into more on a split. The idea is you throw less into more pins because a pin going into more pins has more chance for chaos and more chance to convert.
Fontaine, a big 9 up the spread eagle plus. 5-pin lead. Final box. Harris on a spare. 6 to take the lead.
I will not miss this. I just wanted to give you guys a look at this if we can.
We'll talk to the winning team before we sign off.
That pin falls late. Let's just go right back. Sorry to clip that.
Harris for the lead. Gives them a lead by 4. 6-pin for a spare. Clutch. Ice cold. Spare of the 9th. 90 through 9 at the minimum.
And if Harris converts, you have to think Waters and Harris has taken this down. What a brutal 3-fill for Fontaine on the head pin, remember.
Left side, lightly salted. 4. More than likely, he has to convert now. Harris, bang! And that could be the title. Let's see. 0 for 8, 2 for 2. Clutch. Said, you never count him out. He's too good.
If Fontaine does not convert, it is over immediately.
Trying to stay alive.
That's
No! And Waters wins his first Pro Series title. Danny Harris, big 2 marks down the stretch.
That did it.
Aaron at 10. Final score from Greg Gouillart.
Danny Harris has a ball to throw. Technically, I'm not sure if he will. Yeah, well, you got to complete the string after all.
That's right.
But
A
217 for Zuffelato and Fontaine, 221 plus 6 more, 227.
Wow. And you got to feel happy for Justin Waters knocking the door. Finally gets his first Pro Series title. Wow, wow, wow.
There we are. 6 marks to 5. That extra mark was the decisive one. Get a look at this reaction there. That's the thrill of victory right there on Waters and Harris's face. They are champions of the doubles knockout.
And Justin's first Pro Series event win.
Seemed like just a matter of time.
It was.
He and the Pro Series playoffs runner-up get it done. I'm going to make sure Paul doesn't strangle himself with the mic cord, and then we'll have an interview with him in just a moment.
Someone's gonna trip over this. Someone's going down.
And it's more likely going to be me.
Sorry, folks, just making sure Paul doesn't kill everyone with this. Don't want it to... We got some spotters here making sure nobody gets strangled. Thank you all. All right.
Danny Harris, come up here, buddy. Okay, Justin Waters, Waters World. Man, Al Johnson was bragging about that 90 half you had. He always says you throw a great ball. I've been saying it for years. You finally get the elusive Pro Series title. You've been working on it for a long time. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Paul. It was a fun day. I mean, we just picked each other up every string, no matter who was down, who was up. We just clicked all day today.
Waters World in fine form today. And how about Danny Harris? 71 through 8, cold, ice cold. I said he's too good. 2 marks to win it.
He's clutch in the key. That's why he's my partner.
And so are you. And so are you.
We won't stop right now.
You look at your first Pro Series title, a 3-letter word.
Wow.
Okay, Danny Harris.
Gotta be on top, baby!
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good.
Danny, congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
Fireballer. How do you do it? Ice cold.
You know what? Finally, it happened. I was bowling and beep. Exactly. And you know what? It finally happened. It just things worked out. I started hitting things because I was struggling 100% through all those.
So what is going through your mind? You're 71 or so without a mark through 8. You know you're good. How do you get the ice water in your veins like that?
I just don't care about that. I just move forward and go, you know what? I have 4 boxes left, and that's what I worry about. Here we go. Can I get more marks right here? I can get 4 marks, and that's it.
Congratulations. A 3-letter word.
Wow.
Okay. Congratulations, Justin Waters. Come on down, Justin. Dan, come here, Danny. Come over here, guys, for a second. Come over here for a second, guys. Guys, give it up for Danny Harris and Waters World. Justin Waters.
Paul, thank you so much for all you do for the game. Really appreciate it.
Hey, go out and celebrate.
I'm going right to the casino.
Okay, thanks a lot. Back to Greg and Kevin to wrap it up.
Thanks so much, Paul. Let's see if we can spin this camera out this way. I think I had it, so we could do this. There we are. Come on in, Kevin, and join me here. Well, what a thrilling conclusion here. So, which side are we pointing here? 227, and it's look at all these marks late, essentially. 5 marks, actually, on the back half here to just that
Just
one.
that alone, just.
I make the worst weatherman in the world, but you see the point here, that back half, that clutch performance by Waters is up, Waters and Harris to get it.
But if you look, Danny was down to 71 after 8 boxes. And Danny's too good to let something like this slip away.
He was overdue.
He was way overdue. And I said it during the broadcast. He's overdue. He's going to come back. I know he's good enough to come back, and he did. I've been watching Danny since he was a kid when he bowled against Tom Osa on.
And Channel 50 right here on lanes
exactly.
33 and 34.
Exactly. So he did what he had to do. I mean, that's what being an anchor is all about. I should know what it's like because I'm an anchor myself. But.
So just another feather in the cap for Danny Harris here at Leda Lanes. And finally, the first Pro Series feather in the cap among international titles for Justin Waters and, of course, for Danny Harris as well. So Central 3 Academy Worlds.
I said this to Justin at the last money match when I was helping Justin Scally and Bob Lee. I said to him, you are too good. You're right there. You will hit your first series win. And he did. And hopefully it's enough to get him higher in the standings for the playoffs.
So remember to watch the Candlepin Pro Series Facebook page for more on the standings. That'll be posted as soon as the organizers calculate the points that's awarded for high finishes and deep runs. None deeper than Harris and Waters. And that's all for us today here. This has been Candlepin Bowling Network's presentation of the Candlepin Pro Series. Alongside Kevin Burns and on behalf of Paul Grant, I'm Greg Gouillart saying thank you very much for watching.
And we'll see you at Timber Lanes.
So long.